And Fred Slow.
Let me pull up the text.
And in the on-deck circle, Amory Castillo. This is
Mics are hot.
and Nunley and Fred Slow.
And Steve Palmisano. It's Tuesday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? That means the boys are at the ABQ Dukes and Duke City Championship Wrestling store. Let's go.
Nice. We're giving away fans money for Christmas.
Let's do that. If you come to the Duke store, you can get some cool Albuquerque Duke stuff. And also, is the point of sale done for Duke City Championship Wrestling yet?
No.
Okay, we'll just like cash only on Duke City Championship Wrestling gear. So, yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff going on here at the Albuquerque Duke store, the intersection of Carlisle and Central. How's that Christmas shopping been good? People showing up? What's up?
Yeah.
There's been like a lot of people in here today.
This place is rocking.
They've been, there's always those, what is this, the last week. So there's those who plan early and those who come in the last week.
I planned early to not get Van a gift. Van?
Samesies.
Yeah.
I didn't get myself a gift either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get you one.
I have a re-gifted bottle of wine in my car that I will gift to someone because it was gifted to me on my birthday the other day.
Yeah, you don't strike me as a wine connoisseur.
No, and the person who gave this to me on my birthday really mailed it in.
You think so?
Yeah.
I thought it was thoughtful.
It was thoughtful.
It was thoughtful.
Yeah, it was Jake Cassio.
Yeah, young
really
Jake
weaked
Cassio.
it. Yeah.
He gave you a wrestling-themed bottle of wine gift.
Steve, he said it was a wrestling-themed bottle of wine because it was a Zinfandel, and he told me that the word infidel reminded him of someone in wrestling, and I was like,
I believe it was the Iron Sheik.
he said, he thought it was the Iron Sheik.
And what's the hat he wears? Like the little headband thing that the Iron Sheik wears?
The Go Fish.
He draped it in one of those.
No, it was
which
not.
I don't know
It
what
was
that
just
is.
wrapping paper. It was,
but it looked like it.
yeah, and it was not even birthday wrapping paper.
It was passable.
It was Christmas
It was
wrapping
passable.
paper.
'Tis the season, my friend.
Was it White Zin or just Zinfandel?
Well, I didn't drink it. I have no idea.
Oh.
Can you tell by looking at the bottle?
Yeah, it says White Zin on it.
You just hold your breath because it's about to be a Christmas gift to you.
Okay.
Here in just a few minutes. We're on till 7 o'clock tonight. Let's go, team. It's going to be a good one. We got a lot in the world of sports to talk about, including the return of some NBA superstars, including a super good Monday Night Football game last night. I think it's the first one I've watched till the very end.
It was super exciting. The kafaya or kafaya, also known in Arabic as a gutra, is a traditional headdress worn by men from parts of the Middle East. It is fashioned from a square scarf and is usually made of cotton. Now I have to Google what those little bands are that keep it held together.
Well, I'm into that. There's straps. I think they're called straps.
Straps. Okay, we'll go with straps.
Yep.
What's straps in Arabic?
We gave away, and by we, I mean Howie's, gave away $500 last night at halftime
buddy.
on Howie's sports page. Bad news, Steve. Your name was called. Yeah, you weren't in attendance. Yeah.
Where were you at?
That sucks.
We were worried about you.
Yep.
Where was I last night?
A lot of people asked where you were.
I think I went to the Howie's on 4th.
That's not a.
Okay.
That's not a. Please don't look for that. That's not a. That's actually a transmission shop.
Doesn't exist.
I kept looking around.
Howard's.
It's like, what happened to Howie's?
Yeah,
it's gone down.
This place is wild.
It's an adult bookstore,
Yeah.
Steve.
It's not what
What are
I
you doing?
thought it was.
It was. Yeah, it's actually a.
I'm doing my Christmas shopping
at Howie's,
the Duke's team store. Steve is doing his Christmas shopping at Howard's Adult Books.
Yes, that's correct. You can get anything you like. You do have You have holiday deals going on, or what's up?
No holiday deals.
Oh, okay.
No, just holiday cheer.
Okay, but 10% off if you come when the boys are here. So
Yes,
do that.
that
Make
is
your way
accurate.
over. We are.
Did you hear that? It's 10% off.
We banned talking to patrons as they leave.
That's great radio.
But yeah, we're here till 7. The store is open till 7. Is that right, Steve? 6?
It's open till we're not here anymore.
Okay,
Yeah.
7 o'clock. Got
We're
it.
keeping the lights on till 7, baby. Let's
Well,
go.
And that's our new thing is staying to the end because I stayed till the end of Monday Night Football last night.
Congratulations.
So my
That's
first
a big,
one all
that's
year.
a big day for you.
Normally I give up early. I lose interest. I go, this one is not the one for me. I say that every time. So really it's not that this one is not the one. It's anyone is not the one for me until last night whenever the Seattle Seahawks took it down to the wire with the Philadelphia Eagles boys. And they hung that L on them, took it away from Jalen Hurts, and I think that probably hurt a lot of people in their fantasy football playoffs. So
I don't know if you stayed to watch the end of the competition or see the unfiltered sadness of friend of the show, New Mexico United's David Weesey Carl,
he lost his
who is an Eagles fan.
Yeah, he did not do well with
He
that.
said some bad words.
I heard them.
Yeah, he said some bad words.
And oh boy, Jordan Love Jr. comes all the way across the field to pick off that ball at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's
don't think they're related.
Who?
The other Love.
I believe Jordan Love Jr. is related.
Not Buddy Love from the smash hit The Nutty Professor. A completely different Love.
Okay. Trying to think of another Love name. Cupid?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Well done.
Mm-hmm. So as he comes across the field, and how many cameras are on an NFL game on Monday night?
I want to say thousands, but probably only hundreds.
Yeah, there's probably 100, right?
Yeah.
They have every angle of everything that's ever happened. And I'm a guy who hates replay. We've been over this 100,000 times. So as he comes all the way across the field, he goes up, he comes down with it. He's a dude, right? He's got the whole thing done, right?
Sure.
So as he comes down with it, it's the toe tap, it's the double tap, and the official runs over and he does the hands over his head like you would do in an action movie if you're trying to stop a runaway truck from going through a barricade.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And then he points his arm the other way and you go, this thing's over. Let's go. But no one at Howie's did that. They all go, wait for the replay. And I hate this about sports. Where is my moment of jubilation? Where is my moment of cheer or jeer at the end of an exciting game with what is arguably the most exciting finish possible? It's all ruined by dumb slow motion replay and analysis.
In your defense, in this one moment, finally, you got it right. Because not only did the replay take forever, I think they got it wrong. They analyzed the replay for like 15 minutes.
It was too long.
And I don't think it's toe tapped.
No.
I think the Eagles had another chance at this thing, and they ruined it.
I thought it was toe tapped.
No.
I did not. I don't think his first foot hit the ground. I think it was slightly hovering above the grass, and they got it wrong.
When the official ran over, and by the way, there's an official right there. You see it on the 1,000 replays. He's like watching the dude cut, like come across the field, go up. What's his name? Jordan Love Jr. Come down with it, and he's like he's got his left hand on his left hip and his right hand on his right hip, and he's looking, and he goes, "Oh yeah, that's an interception. Game's over. Call it other way." And I go, this is the most exciting. Oh, I'm going to go take a restroom break.
Wait forever.
Yeah, I'm going to go take a drag off a cigarette.
I played a whole game of pool.
That was wild. Yeah, that was it. Was you set the high score on Contra, which I thought, why do you have a copy of Contra? And then I thought, why do you have so much time to be able to do that?
I bought an NES system.
Yeah.
Brought it, got it out of my car, hooked it up.
Yeah.
Played the entirety of Contra, and then they ended up getting the call wrong anyways.
I think I hate it, boys. I know I'm old man slow right now, and I'm telling everyone to get off my lawn.
Sure.
But what if we just got rid of all instant replay and we just did the thing? It would be so much better. The end of that moment, because we would have got to see, and this is just for us, but you know who Eagles fan is out there. We would have got to see David Weesey Carl rip his jersey off and tear it in half and jump on it and spit in the face of anyone who tried to console him. But we didn't, because he goes, well, fingers crossed for the replay.
And usually I'm oppo you almost all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm oppo you in your instant replay take, obviously, because I want them to get it right.
No, don't
take the time to get it right.
I want the emotion.
You don't want some giant controversy ripping a win from the winning team. But they took all that time and got it wrong.
They do that to Dallas all the time.
Okay.
Here
we go.
Okay.
We beat one team all year.
Okay.
We refuse to win on the road. We're not as good as everyone thinks. Also, we're not going to win any of our final 3 games of the season. Dallas Cowboys.
Come on.
They going to beat Miami?
They're going to win out.
No.
Yes.
No, they are
Yes,
not.
they are. They are.
They're going to be Detroit?
Detroit. Yes.
No.
Detroit can't even beat, who was it? Chicago? Who'd they lose to 2 weeks ago?
You think
They lost to Chicago. That is accurate.
Van only knows
Well, they
that.
demolished the
given Sunday.
Broncos.
Yeah.
What? I only know that because I had some skin in the game.
Yeah.
And I watched the fourth quarter.
Broncos
Yeah, sure.
lost to who? 72 to what?
It was so many points.
Yeah, it was so long
just an
ago.
aggressive.
All right, so let me get this
So
straight.
long.
You're about to say they're going to whoop Miami, and then the reason you're going to cite the Broncos getting whooped on is
No.
because of Miami.
No, the reason they're going to win out is because it's the Dallas Cowboys.
No, they are not.
It's their year.
They're not good. They pretended to be good, and then they tricked a couple
Same
people.
thing with the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles are not good.
No.
We're watching that thing last night, and
Same thing with the Kansas City Chiefs.
there's only one good team. It's the San Francisco 49ers. I know. I've seen them all.
San Francisco is pretty good.
Last night, Christian McCaffrey's calling the plays on Manning cast. He's like, look at the way they're lined up here. He's like, okay, this tight end's going to take a step back. It's going to be a draw up the middle here. And
Pulling a Romo.
oh, my gosh, because that's how predictable this Philadelphia lazy offense is. This is how terrible this team is. They got zero. They got nothing. They got one play that can get them 3 yards. They just run that one play all the time. They should run no other plays.
You're exactly right. I think they should do the tush push, get 3 yards, do it 4 times, and go all the way down the field over and over and over again.
10 minutes off the clock every
Excuse me,
The only
brother,
reason
brotherly
it works
shove.
is because Kelsey gets half a yard before they even start. And they finally got called on it last night.
I mean, the NFL's obviously cheating for the Kelsey
That was
brothers.
the
I mean, let's talk about that.
Replayed on that one.
The NFL loves the idea that a center can be the face of a team. I can't name a more famous lineman in the history of the NFL. Say Nate Noonan, I'll punch you right in the mouth. Who's the most famous lineman in the history of the NFL? It's Travis Kelce's brother.
No, it's can't think of the guy's name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The
See, there you go.
The Coke bottle commercial. Hey, you're too tall, Jones.
That's a defensive lineman.
Yeah.
That's still a lineman,
Still a
so
lineman.
good answer. Yeah.
Joe Green. No,
Mean
none
Joe
of these-
Green.
You're
but
referring.
defensive lineman. I'm talking about offensive lineman. He's the most famous
There's-
offensive lineman ever. Mike Ditka, maybe?
There's Joe
Linebacker.
Thomas. There's Joe Thomas, and then there's Jason Kelsey, and that's it.
The real answer is not what you're saying. The real answer is maybe Orlando Pace, maybe Tony Baselli, but it's not. It's Travis Kelce's brother. The NFL has on purpose allowed this play to exist so they can make a new famous guy at a position. I didn't last night know about his New Orleans outfit until we're sitting at Monday Night Football, and they're like, do you know how famous this cat is? He can wear a funny hat and look like an extra in a Broadway production of Aladdin. And I was like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. And it's the first 100 search results on anything because the NFL knows how to make this dude famous. It's the machine.
If you're trying to denigrate his Super Bowl speech that he gave to the city of Philadelphia,
I've never even heard it.
You're wildly wrong.
What is it?
It is epic. It is extinction level awesome.
What does he say? I've never heard of it.
You want to? Should we have Bob dig it up and play it?
No, that's the point. It's not
We
memorable.
can't because it's expletive laden.
That's the point I'm trying to get to. You don't know what he said. I don't know what he said. Steve Palmisano doesn't know what he said. Friend of the show driving around doesn't have a clue what Travis Kelce's brother said. But the NFL can make anyone think that anything is cool because they got the PR squad behind them.
All right, 505-246-0610. Best Super Bowl parade speech ever.
If you're number one at a thing that no one is trying to be number one at, bet you the NFL wrote it for him, whatever it is.
The answer is Steve Kerr.
He wasn't in a Super Bowl. Steve Kerr was not in a Super Bowl.
He won a championship, went on
You
a
said
parade.
Super
You said
Bowl.
Super
Oh, did I
Bowl.
say Super Bowl?
If you'd have said championship,
Championship parade. Excuse me.
you're excused.
Thank you.
It's not the best one. The best one ever is Mark Madsen, and he doesn't even use words.
Mark Madsen?
He just dances.
The guy that's in all the Tarantino films?
No, that's
Michael Madsen.
That's Michael Madsen. Who's like a really good actor in those
great
specific
actor.
movies only. I've never seen him in anything else. I have no idea. If
He was supposed to be Vincent Vega in Pulp Fiction. Do you know that? Michael Madsen over John Travolta?
Well, John Travolta was Vincent Vega.
Correct.
Yeah. And originally Samuel L. Jackson was not going to be Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes.
He was going to be Veen Rames.
He was going to be Marcellus Wallace,
yes,
not Jules.
Yes.
Yeah.
It ended up working out the way it should.
It was kind of perfect.
You could have put Denzel in the Jules role and it would have been fine.
I disagree.
We don't know.
We'll never know.
The only character you can't change that whole movie is Tim Roth.
It was written for him.
He was fire.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Brian.
Friend of the show, Brian's joining us. If he's about to talk to me about how Travis Kelce's brother is a legit good football player, I'm going to be very upset. Brian,
all right, Brian, hot Pulp Fiction takes. Let's go.
This may be a little before your time. You remember a guy by the name of William Perry, the Fridge?
That's the one. Yep, he was in WWE. Give me him. William Perry. That's the one, Brian. Good answer.
There you go. All right.
I like that. William Perry is on the list of most famous linemen ever.
Adolf.
Friend of the show, Adolf joins us as well.
Let's go.
Adolf, what's up, brother?
Hey, are you guys talking about offensive linemen or defensive linemen, or does it make a difference?
Offense only.
Offense only?
Well,
okay, well, I don't know. How about
out.
Mike Webster, the center for the Pittsburgh Steelers? How about the great offensive tackle, I believe, Anthony Munoz for the Cincinnati Bengals?
Legend.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Anthony Munoz is a great answer.
Then why wasn't the NFL behind him like they are Travis Kelce's brother, making up special plays and allowing him to move the football and stuff?
Anthony Munoz didn't have the number one podcast.
Oh,
yeah, that's why.
And he was a left tackle.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different. It's a different era. How about Jerry Kramer, the great guard for the Green Bay Packers?
That's a good answer too. There's a couple good offensive linemen, but like super famous, like Travis Kelce's brother,
Gene Upshaw.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Well,
my dude, I grew up with Bruce Matthews.
Archell and Gene Upshaw. What was that? Highway 63 for the old Oakland Raiders.
Art Shell and Gene Upshaw got way more famous after playing. Like everything they did to help the game after the fact, I'm into. I just don't think Travis Kelce's brother is special. That's all I'm saying, and he gets special rules from the NFL.
Well, yeah, but it's a different era.
That's a good point.
And, just thinking of, I don't know, Jim Otto, the great center for the old Oakland Raiders.
All of the Washington Redskins.
How about
for 10
the
years
dirtiest player in pro football, Conrad Dover? The great offensive tackle for the then St. Louis Cardinals.
Hey,
you guys really got me to thinking now.
Yeah, man.
Great
offensive lineman connoisseur Adolf on the program.
Adolf's offended for my lack of offensive lineman.
John Hanna, the great Hall of Famer for the Patriots. John Hanna,
the guy that used to do Letterman, brought all those snakes on there.
I don't think that was him.
Oh, that's Jack Hanna.
That was Jack Hanna.
Jack Hanna.
Yeah, that's Jack Hanna. But John Hanna was a great offensive lineman back in the day for the Patriots.
Hey,
I mean, I'm naming Hall of Famers here.
Larry Allen,
Dan Deerdorf, or GTFO.
Dan Deerdorf.
Yeah,
is who it is.
Give me Dan Deerdorf.
Yeah, Deerdorf. Yeah. Larry Allen. Yeah, he's up there.
Larry Allen. That's a good one.
Oh, Dallas.
That might be
Dallas has a team. That's wild.
Like a pro one.
Yeah, back then.
Adolf, happy holidays, brother.
Hey, thank you very much. Same to y'all. Have a good one. I'm out.
I like him so much. All I'm saying is special rules for a non-special player. That's all I'm saying. Travis Kelce's brother ain't stuff.
He had a false start. Like they're actually watching him. So that's good. Instead of just letting him get away with anything he wants.
Because the guy who actually gets it, Pete Carroll, is like, hey, pay attention to this cheater. Because I've been around a long time. I've done so much for this league. You got a guy that stays cheating. Just watch. You don't have to do a replay. You can just call an actual regular penalty. Where we get back, Van.
Okay.
Here's my last thought.
Go on.
I'm sorry I got so fired up. I just want excitement in sports again. That's all I'm trying to get to. I want to get rid of replays so I can have excitement. And I want the NFL to stop cheesing it so that quarterbacks don't have to be good at quarterbacking anymore. And they just have to lean forward 3 yards. There's only 4 good quarterbacks in the whole league, and they're trying to cheese up Jalen Hurts into being a good one.
He's the best of the second tier.
The best of the first tier made an announcement today on if he's returning to the game, and we'll talk about that whenever we get back. It's 2 Men On live from the Albuquerque Duke store. Come hang out with us as there's a ton of Duke's gear for sale for the holidays. Also, Duke City Championship Wrestling apparel going up on the wall as we speak. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Alan Faneca.
And traffic clear. Westbound on I-40 between Carlisle and University. Looks like that has been cleared now, and traffic starting to get back up to speed. Still, you're going to want to watch yourself going through there. Also, westbound Gibson at Carlisle. Crash cleanup continuing there. You're going to see slowdowns.
So anyways, so the Chloe girl that I was with from Slice Parlor and the Heights, she comes over and just hates that the Holly Spears girl is right there. And I'm like, I love this attention.
You know what I love is you thought the very obviously native bartender from Holly Spears was Asian.
I had no idea.
Brooke is taking a back seat. He doesn't have to be that guy anymore, and it takes the pressure off, and James Harden is more than willing to take on that.
Weekday mornings from 7 till 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Drinking and driving will change your whole world. Whether you get pulled over or get into a crash, things will never be the same. Getting a sober ride will change your world for the better. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
What kind of a holiday gift giver are you? The stop at the corner store on the way to the party kind? Or the thoughtful hunt for the perfect holiday gift kind? Well, if you're the thoughtful one, we've got the perfect gift. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Footwear that are so comfortable and so easy, everyone in your family will adore them. Because with Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down to the ground, and you never have to touch your shoes. Find slip-ins for the whole family at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Drinking and driving will change your whole world. Whether you get pulled over or get into a crash, things will never be the same. Getting a sober ride will change your world for the better. Drive sober or get pulled over.
That's good to hear. Got 90 seconds.
Recent news might make you nervous about solar companies. Everguard Solar wants you to know their commitment to honesty and excellent work is worthy of your trust. They don't lease solar systems. You pay for it, you own it. You also get up to 40% off the cost thanks to state and federal tax credits. Everguard Solar secures your investment in a safe account. Harness New Mexico's abundant sunshine and save on your monthly energy bill. You know what to do. Call 821-9543 or visit everguardsolar.com.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
1 minute.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent
30
strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects
10
at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call
I picked the lizard.
32138 or visit
Stand by.
I'm Jeff Symbieta. Wednesday on the opening drive, which quarterbacks are in, which are out, and bowl game holiday cheer. Oh, ho, ho, ho. JJ Buck and I start the opening drive at 7 a.m.
Mike's hot.
She a baddie and she know it already. Shake the money maker, now it's raining like confetti. It look light, but that thing real heavy. DJ run it back, it's your jam, shake your jelly. It's getting hot up in here, so Nelly.
Back on the program, back live from the ABQ Duke store. Dexter's coming at me kind of hard. Here's the thing. I am sorry if your favorite team is not good right now. That sucks. But you're not mad at me. You're not mad at your friends. You're not even mad at yourself. It's okay. Also, do not let it come as a surprise to you if your team, which has not been good in over 30 years, is not currently good right now. Like, that sucks. What do you want me to do? You want me to climb to the top of the San Diego Mountains and say, I'm going to stay up here until the Cowboys are good? Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Why?
Because they're not good, man.
They are good.
Their biggest weekend is road games.
Last time we talked about Dallas, they had lost to somebody, and I said they're going to be fine.
Oh, they did that again.
Yeah, that's their thing.
Yeah, they did that again this weekend.
Like their third loss?
In their defense,
the
whole team had the flu, apparently.
Right.
Yeah. They played like it for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And they got there, and they wouldn't let them practice in the practice
Nope.
facility.
That's not.
Because Dak Prescott miterated on the Buffalo Bills practice field. That's why.
I don't know. That's not true.
Brad, the Cowboys put it on the Eagles the other day. You know what I just saw? How bad the Eagles are. That's not impressive. The Eagles are not good.
Well, they're not good now because Dallas humiliated them.
Oh, Dallas is what exposed them?
Yeah.
It was Dallas?
Yeah, so they're having a rough time right now.
The Philadelphia Eagles lost 3 in a row, and they were dangerously close in the previous 4 games to losing 7 in a row.
That's wild, dude.
Isn't that wild?
7 in a row is how many of the dog on Monday Night Football has won, which was crazy of a stat.
I'm going the other way next week. Yeah, I'm going against the trend. I'm betting heavily on the favorite next Monday.
Who's playing?
Why would I know that? It's not Monday.
It's Christmas.
Yeah.
3 teams are
It's
playing.
Tuesday, bro. That's so far away.
Next Monday is Christmas. There's 3 games. There's so many NFL and NBA games on Christmas that the WWE canceled Monday Night Raw. They said, we're going to do a clip show. We can't compete. The longest episodic running television show in the history of television was like, nah, fam, we can't go up against the NFL on Christmas.
Who in their right mind goes up against the NFL?
Idiots. The answer is idiots.
The Real Housewives of Atlanta are the only TV show that can compete with the NFL.
The only team to beat them are the only show to beat the NFL in ratings this year at all, even like some of the NFL,
Yeah.
I think it's the Golden Bachelor.
Yeah.
I'm not joking.
Yeah.
Is that really it?
Yeah, it's true. Also, like presidential press conferences, the NFL doesn't even cut to it. They're like, change the channel if you want. I dare you.
A boring Joe Biden one?
Yeah.
Only if we got cool Donald Trump ones. If there's anything I missed from his presidency, it was like the unnecessary, like every other day
press conference.
Like press conference where he's just calling like the leaders of other countries dogs. And you're like, oh, I missed that.
That was a perfect telephone call.
He treated politics the way that I treat radio, just like so much hyperbole. Just everything that happens is the greatest or worst thing to ever happen.
That's just about all the credit I can give that human being. Is the dude's an entertainer.
Yeah,
he gets
Kurt Cobain picked him out.
He gets it.
We're all just entertainers named Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Like, speaking of entertainers, the best one in football is not currently playing football. That is correct. Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers said today on the Pat McAfee show that if he were 100%, he'd be pushing and come back, but he's not there. Quote, being medically cleared as 100% healed is not realistic at 14 weeks. So I guess he gets to trust medicine now.
Now. If there was a playoff push, he'd be like, you know what? I'm just going to get out there and I'm going to grit it out. I'm a teammate. Like, I'm going to just go out there and give it my all. There's no playoff contention. He doesn't care anymore. He gets to be on the sideline and get the same amount of attention that he would have got if he was playing. The television shows Aaron Rodgers more than Zach Wilson, and Zach Wilson is the active quarterback on television.
He's the reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I mean, that was not this week.
Awesome. I mean, they haven't picked this week yet.
He got shut out this week.
It's just, until they take the title.
Hand that crown over.
To be the man, it's like, there's all that. And, also the quarterback play is the worst that it's literally ever been in the history of sports, ever. In the history of the NFL, there's worse quarterbacking now than ever. Ever.
We wouldn't have said that at the beginning of the season.
No, it looked different at the beginning of the season.
Sure.
Aaron Rodgers had 2 Achilles. Anything could have happened. Instead, I'm riding Joe Flacco to a fantasy football league championship. I'm not joking about that sentence.
Are you referring to winner of 3 straight, Joe Flacco?
Over 3 hundo and 3 tutties, Joe Flacco.
Exponentially better than their $287 million man, the pervert Deshaun Watson.
Joe Flacco, who said, Steve, I'm just playing really good because my kids get it now. Like, what?
Yeah.
Everyone start having kids sooner. Like, go have really young kids, unless you're Anthony Edwards. Go have really young kids.
Great jab.
I got
Great jab.
The Anthony Edwards stuff is so good.
That is so wild.
The NBA is so good right now. Ja Morant returns tonight for the first time after a 25-game suspension. That team is like 9 and whatever is left over in 25 games. That might not even be correct. It might be 6 and whatever is left over. The NBA is about to be super hot, super fire.
How many games do you think he plays before he does something stupid again?
1.
He sees Draymond getting all this attention.
He hates
Don't you think he's going to do something stupid? He's going to out Draymond.
Yes.
Guaranteed. But probably with a firearm, whether it's real or fake.
It'll be I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows? Don't do either.
He's going to score He's going to score like a breakaway dunk, get fouled like an and one, and then he's going to stand underneath the rim, and he's going to make a finger pistol, and he's going to put it into a imaginary holster on his side, and the NBA is going to go, just go home.
Go home.
Go home.
Is there an XFL for the NBA? Because Ja Morant needs to be the star of that league.
Where's the and one league for the NFL right now?
Miss me with Ja Morant.
We'll continue our NBA talk when we get back, because the greatest championship in the history of all sports was unveiled last night in Los Angeles. And it was a spectacle and a sight to be seen.
This is so dumb.
It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. Live from the Albuquerque Duke Store. Don't forget, those Monday night football games we were talking about, man, you can hear them all here on the Sports Animal. Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by
Claire
Ski Resort. Discover affordable skiing at Sipapu, New Mexico's most budget-friendly ski resort, with tickets starting at just $9 on select days. And when you stay for 2 nights at their renovated hotel or lodge on select days, you'll score 2 free lift tickets. 2 for 2. Learn more at sipapu.ski.
Well, dealing with slowdowns westbound on I-40. Those are going to start around the interchange. They'll last until Coors. Southbound I-25 congestion as you approach Racina. That goes until Comanche. Also seeing a little bit more of a slowdown right now westbound Paseo between Jefferson and the river. Also westbound Montano approaching Coors. Traffic moving slow in that area, and headed west on Alameda right now between Rio Grande and Coors. We've got some slowdowns there as well. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Telling it like it is.
You know what Dallas is on the road. Dak's not the same. Team's not the same. It is a different team. Now, I'm not selling my Cowboy stock, but inconsistent people and inconsistent coaching and inconsistent teams don't wear rings.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
O'Reilly. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Holiday Gift Guide is here. If you're struggling with gift ideas, we have several options for gifts under $20, like a digital tire gauge, screwdriver sets, LED work lights, and more. Our professional parts people will help you pick out the perfect gift for that hard-to-buy-for person. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts or shop O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
When you roll Charmin Ultra Soft on the party, less is more, so roll it back, everybody. Charmin's irresistibly soft and hella nice. The cream is always soft. It's our party wine. Everybody wanna touch the sky.
Charmin Ultra Soft is irresistibly soft and more absorbent, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
You may not have any experience dealing with car wrecks, but Lerner and Rowe does. After your car wreck, you need an attorney to make sure your interests like car repairs, medical bills, and lost wages are protected. Finding the right attorney is actually easy. Just look for reputation, experience, and results. We have thousands of 5-star reviews, decades of experience, and we've recovered billions of dollars for our injured clients.
Lerner and Rowe can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Multi-state settlements. Carlos Obri-Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-775-5622. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-775-5622. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-775-5622. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for by Cars R Us and Find the Children.
1 minute.
You know what the holidays are all about? Like quality time with the turbocharged TLX. Shopping with the roomy MDX. Bond for handling RDX. Or sheer holiday joy with the Integra's available 6-speed manual transmission. Get in the holiday spirit at the Acura Seasonal Performance event going on now.
Test drive your new Acura at Montano Acura today. Exit I-25 West on Montano.
30.
For the real story behind some of wrestling's biggest moments, it's Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson, too.
You never say never. I mean, that's coming from somebody who said never. Matter of fact, I said never, ever, ever. Impossible will not happen.
It's crazy to think at this point in our Something to Wrestle existence,
10.
WWE longer than you weren't with WWE at this point. Isn't that crazy to think about?
A little bit.
Something to Wrestle, wherever you listen.
Stand by.
Sound off right now at 246-0610.
Here we go.
Come on!
Later.
Mike's hot.
Whole bunch of friends of the show hanging out at the Albuquerque Duke Store today. Let's go.
What a day.
The Albuquerque Duke Store just put up a brand new Duke City Championship Wrestling banner in the back. It's where all the Duke City Championship Wrestling apparel is. And that's only the second best banner to go up this week, Van. As the Los Angeles Lakers revealed, debuted,
still dumb,
released,
it's getting dumber,
presented, showed, created to an eruptious applause. Their 2023 in-season tournament championship. Let's go, squad. Let's go, squad.
That was weak.
This is the dumbest thing in the history of sports.
Best thing I've ever seen.
It's not a tournament. That's not what that word means. These are regular season games that they were going to play anyway.
Yeah, it's a super sweet in-season tournament banner and the way they unveiled it. It says in-season tournament champions, and it's got, for some reason, a trophy that's never been won before, like the silhouette of it. But then on the left-hand side, in very tiny letters, itty-bitty tiny letters, it has the number 2023 in the upper left-hand corner, leaving so much space for future in-season tournament championships. And they put it there with the NBA, the World Championship banners that the Lakers have won. The I assume dozens of them. I don't know the actual number.
Historically, they've done well.
17 or whatever it is. I have no idea how many they have.
Throughout the history of their organization, they've done pretty good.
Yeah.
Winning real ones. This isn't a real tournament. These are regular season games that these doofuses would have played anyways. Just because they play one extra one in Vegas, that's not what tournament means.
Yeah, they're the winners of it.
That dome championship was real?
No, that wasn't either.
Okay. Just checking.
That's the hardest one ever won.
Is it?
Yes. They had to live. They were all, whenever they were playing the games, as bubble boys.
The bubble championship.
Yeah, and I was like, this is incredible. You're all bubbly.
Yeah.
This is wild.
Under the dome.
Oh, yeah, MJ fans. Who's the GOAT now?
Let's go.
How many in-season tournaments did MJ win?
But really,
loser.
Is the answer 0?
It's 0.
Yeah, because LeBron's undefeated, and he'll be undefeated again next year when he wins the one next year, playing with a younger LeBron Jr. on the same team.
It's a legit possibility.
Yes, it's
a legit possibility.
Yeah, and then you'd be like, who's better all time, Michael Jordan or LeBron? You'd be like, in 2 seasons, LeBron James has 3 in-season tournament championships because him and his son won one together, so that counts as 2.
3 James tournaments total. Well, his son's already beat his NCAA scoring record, so I mean that's really good.
Let's go on that.
Yeah.
Apparently, the NBA made the Lakers put the banner up.
Made them?
Apparently.
Wasn't it LeBron's idea to have that in-season game?
Oh, God, you're not wrong.
Right.
Oh, I guarantee you that's probably his idea.
Yeah.
He's like, we're never going to win a real one again with Nikola Jokic in the league. So can we have like a little one, like a lesser one that we can pretend that we won every year?
We could paint the floor. Be cool.
But let's have it before Ja Morant comes back.
Yeah, we don't want him in it.
There's no way. I don't want him dunking on me in the tournament finale.
It's awesome that the Lakers won the whole thing, though, because they're the team to raise it. Like, you couldn't have the Grizzlies raise it. They've never won anything.
The only thing ever.
Yeah, like if you walk in there and you'd see that, and it would just become a meme so very quick. But with the Lakers, no. 17. They have 17 championships.
How giant would that banner have been in Oklahoma City? They would have unfurled it from the biggest building in town. It just coated one side of the whole building.
The left side of it, it's actually so big it stretches into Missouri, and the left side of it's like on the arch, and the right side of it is all the way down to Oklahoma City. Like, oh, these guys really embrace this. This is their thing.
Hey, Sean Kemp, what are you doing next Thursday? You want to unfurrow a banner with us, Gary Payton?
Let's put this on the top of the Space Needle, y'all, because they used to be, and that's fine. It wasn't.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Thank you. Yeah,
also them. Yeah, also them.
Yeah, it took me a second.
They deserve it too.
They're in theory going to win the championship, right?
The Los Angeles Lakers?
Yeah.
The National Basketball Association championship?
That's correct.
Oh, you are an insane person.
I mean, everything I have shows me that they're currently the best team in the NBA.
There is no way. Nikola Jokic exists. He is the greatest basketball player in the history of the world.
The Lakers are only 3 games over 500.
They might miss the playoffs.
Very good.
No.
The Timberwolves are sitting at 20-5. This is the problem with the NBA. They shouldn't even start until Monday.
Yeah.
Like, what have they've been playing 25 games? Has anyone been watching the Celtics go 20-5?
Rudy Gobert did not surrender after he got choked out. He started playing better basketball. Yes, Steve, that was a France joke.
The Clippers have won 8 in a row. There's some insane balling going on in the NBA right now. And no one knows because nothing matters.
Hey, it's about to be Christmas. We're going to start watching basketball in like a week.
Right.
This is really exciting.
Hey, what if I were to tell you, like, oh, Trailblazers are on a 7-game slide. They're looking bad. You're like, oh, no one could be worse than that. Here come the Detroit Pistons with a steel chair, losing 24 consecutive games right now.
Yeah.
Sitting at 2-25. Do you know what that means? That means there was a time when they were a game above 500.
We didn't hit on this, but the Texas Rangers won one more game than the Detroit Pistons in November. 1-0. The Detroit Pistons didn't win a game in the month of November. They play 3 games a week.
Hey, spoiler. They also haven't won one in December as of yet.
Oh, this is so crazy. Poor Detroit.
God, they suck, dude.
At least Detroit has Kid Rock.
No one's ever said that.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, there it is.
What are you looking for?
The in-season merch.
You can buy in-season tournament champion merch?
Yeah,
Are
absolutely.
you printing it here at the Duke's team
No,
store?
I'm going to buy one for myself because it's cool.
Is it just like
it says Lakers on it? Sweet.
Is it just a plain text thing? Oh yeah, that sucks. That shirt sucks.
Oh, that's awful.
Well, that's why they had the tournament.
Why
so
is
they
there
could
a
sell some merch?
Would
That's
you
a
would
Nike
you
shirt.
also like friend of the show Jason York of the to make you a participation trophy? We'll get you one of those too at the recognition place.
That's why they had it right before the holiday season, so that people can buy this stuff for their friends.
Why is the NBA logo blue on the Lakers shirt? Like, I don't get it.
All right, hold on. Let's backpedal a little bit.
All right, I'll backpedal.
Actually, I'm into making you a participation trophy for your Lakers because I just donated a bunch of old trophies to the recognition place, and they can refurbish them as an in-season tournament participation trophy.
Yep.
The Fantasy Football Championship Trophy for Howie's Sports Page Sports League is a third-place finish trophy from punt, pass, and kick from like the 60s.
1969.
Like,
Yeah, the greatest year in the history of the planet.
This, like, friend of the show, Sean, is that who?
Correct.
Yeah, one of the friends of the show just donated this third-place finishing punt, pass, and kick competition trophy to the league, and that's what they use. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start next year a donate your crappy trophy to us thing, and we're just going to create awards.
Repurpose it.
And repurpose them.
Yeah.
That's way better than giving like crappy Zinfandel wine gifts to each other. If we give each other like spot on stupid trophies.
Yeah. I'm the greatest in the history of the world at eating nachos during the commercial break. I've done it once and I'm crushing it.
It's awesome. We wrap up the first hour, and I think it's only fair that we dive into the world of baseball as we've gone extensive NFL and NBA to start the program. And there's one story in the round ball game that I want to make sure you hear about before you head home from the workday. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, home of Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored by...
And you're clear.
The world keeps changing. So does COVID-19. That's why this season's COVID-19 shots have been updated. They're designed to help protect against recent variants. Learn more about a COVID-19 vaccine option at schedulecovidvax.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Well, traffic right now, westbound on I-40, things continue to move slow as you approach the interchange, and those slowdowns are going to last until Coors. Southbound on I-25 right now between Osuna and Comanche. We got slowdowns in that area. Seeing more congestion westbound on Paseo. That'll start right around Jefferson. It's going to last until the river. Headed west on Alameda right now between 2nd Street and Coors. We got some slowdowns in that area also. North of town right now, I-25 between Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Traffic's looking good in both directions.
This report brought to you by the Albuquerque Journal.
The Albuquerque Journal and Venue Plus for local insight and answers about pets or puzzles, sports or shopping, comics or movies, events, dining, music, television, and more. Get all your entertainment and recreational questions answered. Subscribe at abqjournal.com.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at americanhome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Zach Gelb with the CBS Sports Minute. Last year, the Eagles dominated their opponents and made it all the way to the Super Bowl. This season, Philly started 10-1, but we're just finding ways to win close games. Since then, the Eagles have lost 3 in a row. And last night, Philly didn't trail Seattle until 28 seconds left in the game when Drew Lock capped off a 92-yard touchdown drive. And that drive showed that the Eagles aren't as good as what their record says they are and won't be going back to the big game this season. I'm Zach Gelb.
Telling it like it is. But what guts him at his soul is that many of you think he's now a bad teammate. And on his tombstone, that's all that's ever mattered to Steph, Clay, Kerr, and his guys, and Bob Meyer, being a great teammate. And now many people doubt that, and it's gutting him.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
O'Reilly. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Holiday Gift Guide is here. If you're struggling with gift ideas, we have several options for gifts under $20, like a digital tire gauge, screwdriver sets, LED work lights, and more. Our professional parts people will help you pick out the perfect gift for that hard-to-buy-for person. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts or shop O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
When you roll a Charmin ultra soft on the party, this is more, so roll it back, everybody. Charmin's irresistibly soft and hella nice. The grip is always soft. It's our party wine. So everybody wanna touch the sky.
Charmin Ultra Soft is irresistibly soft and more absorbent, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Attention, anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-539-5094. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-539-5094 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-539-5094. 800.
Back in 1 minute.
800-539-5094.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Oh, hey, Fred.
Maybe the perfect time for you.
I was driving Uber yesterday and gave a ride to one of the musicians for your wrestling venture.
More than usual. For many families, switching to med.
I don't remember the name. I think he's a drummer, though.
Game changer for a lot of people. And what's more, they like it. Medishare has double the member satisfaction.
He worked in the food industry for a long time as a
chef. Medishare is a proven thing, too, for over 30.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a Christian community of more than 4.
Yeah, very talkative.
And here's the thing. If you join
for
30th and you mention the promo code SHARE, you'll get another 10% off all of 2024. That's 12 months of savings. So I'll give you the number here in a second, but call.
Anyway, we're coming back in 10. Just thought you'd like to hear that. He was nice. Super excited about the wrestling.
He loved
Here's the number. 855-51-BIBLE. That's
standby liner.
51 Bible. 855-51 Bible.
I'm Jeff Symbieta. Wednesday on the opening drive, which quarterbacks are in, which are out, and bowl game holiday cheer. Oh, ho, ho, ho. JJ Buck and I start the opening drive.
Standby. Mike's hot.
100 days until opening day, man. 100 days until opening day. Steve Palmisano of the Albuquerque Duke store. I got a hot take, guys.
Okay.
I love baseball, and I couldn't be more excited.
Yes. Everything about that statement is yes. It's the best sport and the best time of the year. It's the most fun. People don't get concussions every day. Awesome. No one beats their wives.
Some do.
Oh, not when their team loses.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Because you got a game like in 8 hours.
I don't know any baseball sports fan who throws their remote control through the TV after their team loses.
Sure.
You know where I do know that?
There's literally another one the next day. They're going to play again the next day. There's another one.
Sometimes baseball is so much fun in one day, they just play 2.
Yeah. Also, if it's Game 7 of the World Series, break a TV. But all the other games,
I think I broke
chill
one
out,
in
bro. It's fine.
2004. A couple times I probably did.
You broke a TV?
What was 2000?
Probably.
That'd been the year that the
Red Sox came back.
Yeah. But not 2002.
No.
And Luis Gonzalez, you were cool with that one?
Not
2001.
Not 2000.
I was at that game.
And 2002.
Couldn't break the TV.
Was when
what did I say? 2001. Excuse me. Yeah.
Or no, 2003 is when Edgar Renteria hit the walk-off single.
Pitchers and catchers report already?
All right, so that's 8 weeks away until we're all blessed with fun, long-distance, grainy photos of guys playing long toss through fences.
I'll tell you what. Let's go.
Are we going to go to spring training?
Let's go.
We usually do. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
It is. Every year.
Everything about baseball is fun.
They're letting kids play this year. You see that? The prospects and draft picks, they're going to be teams of their minor league players that are going to play each other during spring training.
What this also means is now on all the stupidest Twitter accounts, starting tomorrow, we're going to get your favorite Major League Baseball players by jersey number countdown days, and I kind of love that.
I'm so into it. Starting with Joe Kelly.
Number 99.
Let's go. Yeah.
And his best friend, So Taguchi. 5 o'clock hour when we get back, we revisit the world of the NFL live at the Duke store. Don't forget, 95.9 FM and AM 610 is home to Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football, the sports animal.
This report brought to you by Sandia.
And you're clear.
Go.
Save confidently. Need access to your savings? With the new Sandia Area Certificate, you may withdraw up to 50% of your funds once per term with no penalty. Sandia Area. Better banking without the bank. Sandia Area is federally insured by the National Credit Union Association. Restrictions apply. Visit sandia.org for details.
And traffic right now, seeing more congestion westbound on I-40 as you approach the interchange. Actually going to start right around University. It'll go until Coors, so be careful going through there. Southbound on I-25 right now, Osuna to Comanche. We got slowdowns there. Southbound, Coors at Montano, things moving slow in that area. Dealing with more congestion now, westbound Paseo between I-25 and the river. And westbound Alameda right now between 2nd Street and Coors, dealing with some slowdowns there as well.
This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. eBay Motors is here for the ride with the parts you need for the prices you want. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, it's guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time, or your money back. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. Hey, Philly fan, help me out here. What is the opposite of climbing a greased light pole? Because whatever the opposite of a Philly celebration is exactly what's going down there right now. I said it after last week's evisceration at the hands of the Cowboys that this Eagles team looked broken and miserable and dysfunctional on both sides of the ball, and that they aren't just trending in the wrong direction, they're trending off a cliff. So if all of that was true before last night, how would you characterize them right now, Philly Fan, I would never tell you what to do or what to think, but I would find a panic button and jump up and down on that thing, because clearly this crew is panicking and in desperation mode. For a long time, the Eagles were finding ways to win every single week. Now, all of a sudden, they're finding ways to lose every single week. And giving up a 92-yard drive in about a minute and a half to a backup quarterback is one hell of a way to lose, Philly fan.
The holidays are around the corner. Get your car taken care of so you can focus on your family. It's Jeff Symbieta. My friends over at On the Spot Automotive Detailing can help you get your car cleaned and looking like new. Don't have the time? On the Spot Automotive Detailing will do it for you wherever and whenever it's convenient. When they're done, your car looks, feels, and smells like it's brand new. Not to mention, they also offer window tint services for your vehicle. Call 505-859-2859 or book online at otsdetailing.com. That's otsdetailing.com.
O'Reilly. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Holiday Gift Guide is here. If you're struggling with gift ideas, we have several options for gifts under $20, like a digital tire gauge, screwdriver sets, LED work lights, and more. Our professional parts people will help you pick out the perfect gift for that hard-to-buy-for person. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts or shop O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
When you roll Charmin, don't you soft on the party. This is most so roll it back, everybody. Charmin's irresistible, soft and hella nice. The crew is always stocked. It's our party wine. Everybody wanna touch the sky.
Charmin Ultra Soft is irresistibly soft and more absorbent, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, AM 610 KNML Albuquerque. The sports animal. Proud to be a Cumulus media station, even if they're not that proud of us.
Here we go, folks.
Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Amory Castillo. This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Mike's hot.
Back on the program, back live from the Albuquerque Duke store, the intersection of Central and Carlisle. Come hang out with the boys. Steve, you texted me earlier today asking about our friend of the show, Kim Kirshen of Locker 505, who, if you're not aware, yesterday on social media shared that her establishment, the intersection of Manal and across the street from the mall, I don't know what is that over there?
Louisiana.
And Manal, yeah.
So her building was broke into, ellipses again.
Epic dirt baglery.
It is so stupid. And
steal from Walmart, man. Quit stealing from the place that helps kids.
Former partner of the program, New Mexico Pinion Coffee, their president, Matt Brager, reached out. I know he has made an effort to help. I know you and I, Steve, today talked about doing some stuff. So we're going to figure out a way to help they, be it by donation or financially. But, I mean, every time they break one of those glass panels, they, I think the real number is like $1,500.
Right.
It's like not cheap. And then it's, the goods that are stolen and all those are based off donation, obviously, and that's clothes and jeans for kids.
Right.
And, so it super sucks. So our friends at Locker 505 need a little bit of help. Reach out today if you're willing to. Locker505.org.
Yeah, I posted up that if anybody has anything, they can drop by here and we'll take it over for them.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
I love that. They
jeans and coats. Yes.
That's the primary pull is jeans.
You should give them some Duke City Championship Wrestling merch.
I got some of that. It's all boxed up already.
None of our stuff is jeans or coats.
Oh,
shoot. We do have little kid shirts, though. I mean, that'd be sweet.
I think Steve can make jeans out of your shirts.
Not sure how math works on that. I have a sweet.
Steve's talented.
I have a sweet.
Are you saying Steve's not talented?
No, he's super sweet.
He couldn't do it? I think he could do it.
I have a super cool Duke City Championship Wrestling bomber jacket that Steve made me.
Uh-huh.
And everyone loves it. Every single person I've ever met loves it. And we were doing Teen Night at Explorer last week. And I got to the point where people were like, hey, Fred, like, I'm going to need to be able to buy this or you're going to need to come off of it.
Sure.
And I was like, oh,
yeah,
it's like that. So Steve just heads up. High demand is the Duke City Championship Wrestling bomber jacket.
Nice.
Yeah, just
Have to,
I was like, there's Duke's versions at the store.
Yep.
Go get that.
Those have been selling today. Yep.
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, those are popular.
Just letting you know, got a hot button one.
As many people have been in and out of this store since I got here, everything's popular today.
Yeah. Most popular guy in the NFL is Drew Lock. Any scrub can win in the NFL today.
All right. First off, I'm proud of the guy. Good job. He seems nice. He's got a nice face. He's got a genuine smile.
Bad haircut.
He said, okay, well, that goes without saying. He's young and dumb. But also, like, good for him to rebound off of this. Would Geno Smith have won that game? Last year, probably. This year, I doubt it.
The quote was, you know what? I'm the man still. I can go do this. No one's ever called you the man, Drew Lock. Like, when you were at Missouri, no one was calling you the man. You know how I know? I was covering Missouri. Like, you're not the man.
He was the man in Denver, wasn't he? He played for Denver.
He don't think that's the definition of what he was in Denver.
I would in play.
Yeah.
Is that he was on the team.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, he tried.
He was present.
You remember when they traded him for Russell Wilson and everyone was more excited about Noah Fant?
Mm-hmm.
They're like,
yeah,
we got Noah Fant. Ugh.
Congratulations, winner of the in-season tournament, Drew Lock.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was great last night on that last TD pass,
which was sweet
because I had a
was really
four-player parlay that came through on that pass.
What is a 4-player parlay?
They had to hit certain number of like yards.
What players did you have?
Let me pull that.
Pull
Did
that
you
up.
have Jackson Smith? I'm uncomfortable saying the rest of his name. Did you have him to get a touchdown?
That was the one.
Yeah.
He was the one.
There are some passes in the NFL where I'm like, I know you practice it. Like, I know you do.
Sure.
But, like, how?
Mm-hmm.
How can you put it right there on that piece of this planet Earth to where no human being outside of and by the way, I feel like those little fingers on those gloves get super sticky when it gets a little wet. I don't know if that's correct. But, like, some of the best catches are made when there's just a little drizzly boy going on out there.
2 inches any other way, that pass is either dropped or swatted or out of reach.
Yep.
Could not have been anywhere else.
DK Metcalf,
Okay.
60-plus yards.
He's good.
DeAndre Swift, 60-plus yards.
All right.
Jackson Smith.
Okay. We don't have to say the rest.
Devonta Smith.
Ooh.
Those were 40-plus yards.
So what did you win, like a Chili's gift card or something?
Yeah, I think so.
That's pretty good.
Good.
From the texter, friend of the show, Gabe Gambino, who's the lead singer of Man High and hosts the live music before Duke City Championship Wrestling events. He says all proceeds of the Cream of the Crop shirts at the December 30th Duke City Championship Wrestling will donate the entirety of those sales to Locker 505. So there's
Nice.
a super nice thing. So Duke City Championship Wrestling apparel will lead to a donation for Locker 505 via Man High. So that's a super fun thing.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What's cream of the crop? Is it like a milk thing? Like a dairy kind of t-shirt? What's going on here?
So when you and I used to do ABQ Central,
Mhm.
it was actually part of our intro where the Macho Man Randy Savage cut a promo holding a half and half creamer one time. And he goes, I'm the cream of the crop. And he just kept slowly elevating it like in his hand above his head
Okay.
to show how the cream rises to the top, brother. That's what it is. That's the cream of the crop.
Macho Man, that's a cool name. Today, call me Nacho Van.
Because you're eating nachos.
I'm eating
between-
nachos during the commercial break.
This is not your highest effort day.
What are you talking about? What, because I didn't get a salad?
Look at your fit, dude.
I am athletic and sleek and comfortable. I am the best of all the worlds of fashion right now.
We're in public at the Albuquerque Duke store where, like, no joke, dozens of people come to the store while I've been here today.
I think more than dozens.
Yeah. And you you're wearing sweats, dude. Like you're 42.
I am a 42-year-old white man who is wearing a gray on gray sweatsuit right now. That is accurate.
Athletic gray.
And yes, it is. Yeah.
It's like a heathered athletic gray.
Yeah. I'm like Little Mac from Mike Tyson's Punch Out right now. That's the same fit.
Whenever we were like getting stuff out of my truck for the Duke Championship Wrestling,
I don't have
section,
a chubby African American man on a bike chasing me around, but
it's a good reference.
Close. Thank you.
And we had put stuff on the tailgate of my truck to bring it in here. So me and Steve Palmisano, owner of the Albuquerque Duke store.
Yeah, and I was dressed for it. You're welcome.
And you came up to help like carry boxes from afar.
Uh-huh.
And a stranger was like, "Sir, be careful. A homeless man is approaching you."
If a homeless man is in these sweats, he's not going to be homeless for long. I'll
what-
tell you that. Because he is on his way up, baby. I'll tell you that much.
He might have more than just the sweats on.
Look, I slept in today, and then I did a lot of choring, and I wanted to be comfy for the show.
Now it makes sense. If you're saying
'Cause
it's laundry day, that outfit makes sense.
It is. It literally is. Yeah. Laundry night, technically. Because I'll be washing all of my business casual hipster clothes tonight, and I'll be dressed like normal Van tomorrow.
It's just, you're never going to get to Drew Lock status, is all I'm saying.
Wow.
I mean, to go down to Drew Lock status? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know why you can't just celebrate all the backups in the NFL that are getting a chance to shine. I couldn't even say it.
What do you mean? Every single team? Every single team has one this year. What are you talking about?
The 49ers are second in the league in total passing yards, and they're last in the league in passing attempts. That's how different this game has evolved.
Sure.
To where there aren't guys good enough to throw it any distance anymore. So now the guy who's the best in the league, Brock Purdy, just throws it real short all the time, and then guys run super fast. Like it's
a great game plan.
They're the guys who figured it out first. Like, why can none of these other teams figure it out?
That's wild that you think that no team tried to get all of the best players, and the 49ers are the first ones to do it. That's pretty crazy.
They don't have DK Metcalf or A.J. Brown.
Their best running back is their wide receiver, and their best wide receiver is their running back. That is a cheat code. That's unfair for the rest of the NFL.
He's got 1,800 yards and 20 tutties on the ground.
Trey Lance.
Nice.
There are 3 games left, and Christian McCaffrey has 1,801 yards and 20 tutties. He's the MVP.
He's the MVP. They got to give it to a quarterback because reasons.
You know who's like super upset about this? You know who like really can't handle that 1,800 yards and 20 tutties with 3 games left is what Christian McCaffrey is sitting on? Rashard Mendenhall.
My goodness. That is. You've been waiting 1 hour you've been waiting 1 hour and 11 minutes to drop that.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
I'm the best. I'm the best.
Wait
in the
till
biz.
you meet Ed McCaffrey, Rashad.
Whenever we get back, we break down this Rashard Mendenhall joke. And if you didn't get it, you will after this. It's 2 Men On live from the Albuquerque Duke store. 10% off at the Duke store. If you show up while your boys are here, we're here till 7. Just mention you're with us. We're your dudes. Just say, hey, those are my guys. Whatever. Let me get that tinny. Right now. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610. Home on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football, the sports animal.
Brought to you by Whitener,
Claire,
your trusted Albuquerque accident lawyers.
You're injured, and then, out of nowhere, a cold call from a personal injury attorney. Do you really want your case in the hands of someone who harasses you? Choose an attorney who respects your privacy. There's them, and then there's us. Call Whitener Law at 883-RUSS.
Well, as we take a look at traffic right now, seeing slowdowns southbound on I-25. Those are going to start as you approach Osuna. They'll last until Comanche. Westbound on I-40 between Carlisle and Coors, traffic moving slow there. Northbound on I-25, Gibson to Central. We've got some slowdowns there as well. Also dealing with congestion westbound Paseo between I-25 and the river. Headed west on Alameda right now, 2nd Street to Coors, traffic moving slow there. Also dealing with some slowdowns right now westbound on Montano. That's going to start around Rio Grande. It'll last until Coors. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The Opening Drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Former Lobo great Kenny Thomas. Is there a chance when it's all said and done, Donovan Dent's he's the best with three of them?
I would love to see Mashburn take that 15, 17-foot jump shot more. That's where the pick and rolls could come in to help him be able to take the ball off the dribble. When House doesn't have the ball in his hand and Dent does, I think it opens up House to where he's being able to knock down threes the way that he's been knocking it down.
Local talk on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Listen up, New Mexico. I am Zach Brandt, General Manager of Capital Ford, your hometown Ford dealer. We are family owned and operated for over 58 years. Capital Ford has been providing Northern New Mexico with the best prices and best experience. Capital Ford is your hometown good folks, great choice, low price, we make it easy Ford dealer. We will help you find your perfect car or truck just the way you want it. That's what hometown good folks, great choice, low price, we make it easy Ford dealer does best. Visit us today at 4490 Cerrillos Road in Santa Fe or online at capitalfordsantafe.com.
If you love authentic Japanese cuisine, sushi, and entertaining hibachi-style dining, grab your friends and family and check out Azuma Sushi and Teppan at 4701 San Mateo Boulevard Northeast today. The food at Azuma's is always fresh and delicious, with Azuma's outstanding selection of steak and fish, excellent sushi rolls, and an extensive and sake. Your dining experience will be complete when you walk into Azuma Sushi and Teppan. For more than just
Are you telling me this so I'll have my finger on the dump button?
No.
Before your
Just get ready for a lot of
Sushi
exciting
and
callers
Teppan has
because
been
this
voted
type of
best of the city for 10 years by Albuquerque the magazine. Whatever route you take at Azuma, all roads lead to an unforgettable.
Well, that can't be.
If you love sweet deals, this Friday, it's Azuma Sushi and Teppan, 4701 San Mateo Boulevard Northeast. Visit the station's website Friday at
Yeah, but will Jared?
a gift certificate to Azuma's for just $25. Discover your new favorite meal.
Okay, coming back in 1 minute.
Advantage every time with Fairfield by Marriott, official hotel partner of
Like this next segment.
so you're a student athlete working toward your championship dreams or your team's.
I wouldn't know. I didn't listen.
And Marriott has everything you need to get ready for game day. From comfortable guest rooms to complimentary hot breakfast. Fairfield is part of the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio of hotels and official hotel partner of the NCAA. Visit
About a month ago, I decided to play everything in my music library, and I'm still at it.
You've had your fair share of financial questions.
It's in some kind of order. It's not real alphabetical. I think it's by artist or something.
To enjoy golf in retirement. At Empower, we know these questions can be stressful.
I don't own any music.
Answer your what ifs and empower what's next.
Back in liner in 10.
Take control of your financial future. Start today at empower.com. Sponsored by Empower Personal Wealth.
The King.
No, this is music that I have actually on my hard disk.
A Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10.
A lot of it is LPs that I copied over.
M610. The
Mike is hot.
Okay, this was more of a yesterday story, but we didn't have the time because we have to do Super Tight Radio on Mondays. Former Steelers running back, also University of Illinois graduate, Rashard Mendenhall. He calls for a segregated Pro Bowl because hey, hold on. This is verbatim what I'm about to give you. This is not hyperbole. This is not me like blowing anything out of promotion. Former Steelers running back calls for segregation Pro Bowl because white guys are bad at football.
Have you heard of Steve Largent? This is, I say this a lot to you because it's half true, but these are the ramblings of a lunatic.
He said, quote, all black versus all white Pro Bowl, and saying the whites are, quote, not even good at football.
We were just talking about Christian McCaffrey minutes ago. He's the best one.
He's white.
What about half of Patrick Mahomes? That is crazy that he would say this out loud.
He won a Super Bowl his rookie year. I don't know if you remember this. So he gets drafted at the University of Illinois. This is when I'm covering Illinois. And so this would have been, when did he retire? 2013? What year did Pittsburgh win the Super Bowl? 2010?
Yeah.
So no, that can't be right. It had to be before then. 2008. So he wins the Super Bowl with the Steelers, and he thought he had like insta clout all of a sudden. So he goes on Twitter
Well,
today.
he single-handedly won it.
Yep.
Says him.
Well, and if you remember, he was a big part of the Steelers team that lost to the Green Bay Packers, and that would have been 2010 or 2011. They all kind of run together at this point, but you get the idea. So Rashard Mendenhall wrote, quote, "I'm sick of average white guys commenting on football. Y'all not even good at football. Can we please replace the Pro Bowl with an all-black versus all-white bowl so these cats can stop trying to teach me who's good at football? I'm better than your GOAT."
First off, goats shouldn't play football. It's very dangerous. PETA would have a heyday with that.
Goats love hay.
Is it heyday?
He lost the Super Bowl 2011. He lost the Super Bowl for the Steelers against the Packers, if you remember. Like he was not that guy. And if he's joking or not, I don't know how you can spin segregation to funny. I don't know how you do that at all. It's specifically if you're a guy who's not known for ever being funny.
Oh, God. That is a desperate attempt to spin this as something funny.
If that's what he's doing. I mean, and if he was like, and maybe I don't know, but if he was baited into this conversation and someone's trying to exploit what is more than likely significant head trauma.
Yeah. I mean, that's the immediate leap you take here, right? This is some kind of concussion, CTE, a mental illness. Why else would you not have that filter on to notice what you're saying out loud and make this just absolutely ridiculous take?
So wait, you mean it's a ridiculous take for a guy who never in his playing career made a Pro Bowl to claim that the Pro Bowl should be segregated because he, by his own understanding of racial alliance, I don't know the verbiage here to use, says that African-American players, or in his words, black players, are better than white players, even though he never made a Pro Bowl?
Right.
Wild.
And he wouldn't make that one either for either side. Where do Pacific Islanders and like Hispanics and Asians, do they get to play too? Like, or is it only black and white?
Yeah, where do the Italians go?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what's the rule here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's Jimmy Garoppolo? Which team does he go on?
Sure. Tommy DeVito, he gets some votes this year.
You might remember a couple of years ago, too, Rashard was like, do you remember when Osama bin Laden was killed? Do you guys recall that?
Never heard of him. Who's
Okay.
that?
He was a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did some dumb stuff. So he was killed. Barack Obama comes on in the middle of the night, which, by the way, if there was ever a time I wish Trump was president, the speech he would have gave. Do you remember when he was killing low-level Al-Qaeda generals?
Yeah, and he rattled on for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be like that. He'd be like, oh, no, we went over there and we, just like the dog that he was, we stomped his neck. That's what we needed. But Rashard Mendenhall went on Twitter then and was like, y'all shouldn't be celebrating the death of no one. And you're like,
wow. Bin Laden apologist, huh?
I bought a SEAL Team 6 shirt after that. And I'm very Oppo War.
Sure.
Like, you'll never meet anyone more Oppo War than me. I own a SEAL Team 6 shirt because that was so cool.
I mean, that's kind of a highlight as far as murders go. That's a really good one.
As far as the best ones of all
Yeah,
time?
that's like probably the best one.
What is the best murder of all time? Today's the I-9 varsity.
That's a good one.
Okay, today's the I-9 varsity.
Yeah, that's a good one. We're going to do that.
The best murders of all time.
Okay. When are we doing that one? 6?
Yes.
Okay. I like that one.
That's going to be a good one.
I have way too many answers already.
All right.
I'm going to have to filter them down a tad.
I want to say it's CTE. I want to say there's something going on that was caused by trauma, but also, and this is just because I surround myself with like-minded individuals, Steve, but when people start coming really out of pocket and saying really absurd stuff, I'm like, oh, there's got to be something going on. Yeah. They might just be hate-filled losers. Like, there might not be an excuse for this. This dude might just be bigoted and awful.
Right. Yeah. Breaking news, Rashad Mendenhall signed as offensive coordinator for Sean Payton.
Ooh. Two best friends.
Oh, wait, racist against who? You're fine.
If someone asks you, like, Rashad Mendenhall, are you racist? He won't just say no.
Right.
He'll give you another answer. He'll be like, I'm every phobic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he would, like, just make up a something. And you're like, why don't you just say no?
Well, everyone's a little bit racist. Are you, Rashad? Is everyone? Is everyone? They're not. No, they're not.
Dan, you don't know what you're talking about. You never played in a Pro Bowl. Neither did Rashad Mendenhall.
Yeah. A separate Pro Bowl, huh? Okay. Of retirees blasted by CTE is like, you want to play in that one? Is that the one you get to qualify for?
Is that one available? And then you want to be like cool about it. You want to be like, well, just don't pay attention to the story. You know, like don't bring it out. Don't do that thing. How about this one? Let's just make Rashad Mendenhall the punchline moving forward.
Forever.
Yes.
After this one, forever.
Yeah. Like we no longer have to talk about Chris Broussard's cousin.
Sure.
Like it's now Rashad Mendenhall.
What did he think happened to Tom Brady? Do you think Tommy Brady did the Sammy Sosa bleaching thing or something? The greatest of all time is aggressively Anglo. Like unapologetically Anglo. Like high water khaki Anglo.
Like avocado vodka Anglo.
Like still has a subscription to J. Crew magazine Anglo.
His subscription actually keeps it going, but they put him on the cover every so often.
Yeah.
And he's like totally worth it.
Yeah, I could wear boat shoes anywhere, you know.
He's mad that Ralph Lauren is like partnering with like Native American creators. He's like, I hate this. I'm Rashad Mendenhall. We should all just draw lanes and stay in them. You know what I want is the best players.
Yeah.
I don't care like what you look like.
Sure.
I don't care where you're from.
Right.
Just be really good at your thing.
Ugh. Not only the best players, hopefully some of the best people, which he isn't.
He is not.
He's not.
From all of the information I have about Christian McCaffrey, he might be the best player that we have seen in some years.
He's the best when he's healthy. He's the best all-around player in football.
I think he might be a really good person too.
Yeah.
Like I've never one time seen a thing that's like Rashad Mendenhall eats white dog turds. Like no one says that.
Okay. Does anyone say that about anyone?
Dog turds aren't white like they used to be, but you get the point.
Oh, okay.
They changed the formula of dog food.
This
is real. It used to have a lot of ground up bones and calcium in it, and that's why.
That one little white drop at the top. Is that what you're talking about?
You know what I'm talking about?
Like the little chef's kiss of poop right on top?
Like when you would go, like you don't know because you live here in the desert, but like in the rest of the world, there's grass, and it would just sit out like bright white on it. But not anymore. They changed the.
Wait, that's real everywhere?
Yeah, that was a real thing for years.
That's wild.
I'm telling you, there's a whole world outside of this beautiful desert oasis that you live in.
That's super cool. Also, in Rashad Mendenhall's defense, they would probably be the favorite. I mean, they'd probably it'd probably be at least like -2.5, -3.5.
I see what you're doing there. He's the worst. Thank you to the dozens of people who sent us that story.
I'll take the Mendenhalls and the over.
Isn't it wild that like, hey, what do we got at Talk ABQ social media, right?
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook, X,
all the stuff.
We got them all. We have a Threads. And this is like the one where all the friends of the show were like, friends of the show had our phone numbers. This is the one where people were sending it over.
Right.
Like, come on. Like, what do you want? Like,
right.
Like, there's so much we could be talking about. You could send me any friend of the show. Send me any story that you think is comical. It's the end of the year. Send me your end of the year 2024 movies and review list or whatever. Cool, we'll talk about that. Like, that's a fun thing. Everyone loves the race baity, segregation, culture war crap.
And often you have to read between the lines and dig and find it. Like, it's like, is that what they really meant? Is that what he really said?
Yeah.
Like, it sounds to me like this is what he meant. Not this time. He spelled it out quite plainly.
It's pretty clear on that one.
Yeah.
He used a lot of words to say, I'm a nut job. I'm crazy. Friend of the show, Lenny, says he's a psycho. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he is. There's not a racial divide in the world of football. Let me rephrase that. There is a tension. There's a tension. Like, you're going to get aspects of locker rooms and teams and cities and organizations. Here's the thing. You can replace any professional organization. You're going to have the same thing.
Sure.
But what you don't have is at the labor hall, 2 different locker rooms.
Right.
Like, it's not that world anymore. It sucked that it was that world while some of the friends of the show listening to this program were alive. That sucks. We are so far past that, which is awesome. Rashard Mendenhall, University of Illinois graduate. Shut up. And shut up, everyone was like, oh, it would be cool though, right? No, it would not. Sad.
Who said that?
The internet.
Oh.
I don't
Because
trust.
they nail it all the time.
Anytime I see like a really stupid thing on the internet, I'm like, Elon put that there to make me hit refresh. That's why this thing is here. The only time the internet is any good is, hey, the last time I know for a fact that Van was on Twitter, the last time I know this for a fact, was when DeMar Hamlin got hurt on Monday Night Football, and he's refreshing it on his phone to try to get updates.
I hate it so much.
You hate it so much?
I hate it so much.
Because you know the game. Like, the people that are subscribed to it, like, heavily, the people that go and look for hashtag Lobo, hashtag Aggie, hashtag whatever, none of that stuff in front of you is for real. That is to just excite you. And I don't mean in a positive.
Correct. Yeah, to get you angry.
To get you real angry.
To piss you off.
Yeah.
For someone else's ends and means.
Not
even for like entertainment purposes.
I'm a UNM alum. I'm a Lobo for life. Woof, woof, woof. And everything in your feed that is coming up Aggies, that's not on accident.
Sure.
They're doing that to you on purpose. And you can't figure it out.
Yeah. It's horrible.
It's horrible. You pay $0 a month for Twitter. You are the product. Like, that's how this thing works.
Right.
Twitter gave you this Rashard Mendenhall story over and over again, friends of the show that sent it to us, because they knew you would get fired up because you like to talk about shades versus tints and blacks versus whites. And
the internet's defense, this one is this very low-hanging
so
fruit.
Stupid.
This one isn't a reach at all. This one isn't like, oh my gosh, I got to decipher what this really means. What did they actually say? Is this propaganda pointed right at me? No.
Mm-mm.
This is quite, pun intended, black and white.
Nice.
Yeah.
The real story I want is we sat down with New Jersey Giants starting quarterback Tommy DeVito, and we gave him ragu out of a can and his mom's home cooking. We'll tell you which one he picked. That's the story I want.
I'm into that.
That's the fun one.
I would do that right now.
You want to do the race one? Let's do the one where can this Italian guy pick ragu from his mom's home style cooking?
I'm sure there's people out there ripping on him because he's Italian, though, too.
Whenever we get back from the break, we continue down the world of sports talk, specifically as it relates to the NBA, because Ja Morant is back. And we're going to talk a little bit about the start of the NBA season as Christmas is fast approaching. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610, home on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored.
And you're clear.
Don't miss out on new deals every day during Lowe's 25 Days of Deals. Get a Werner 4-foot fiberglass stepladder. Was $59.98, now $29.98. Because Lowe's knows deals every day. Valid through 12/20 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Traffic right now, congestion westbound on I-40. That's going to start around San Mateo. It's going to last until Coors. Northbound on I-25 between Gibson and Central. Got some slowdowns there. Traffic moving even slower. Southbound on I-25. Those slowdowns start as you approach Osuna and will last until Comanche. Westbound on Paseo between I-25 and the river, traffic moving slow there. Also, Alameda headed west between 2nd Street and Coors. We've got congestion there. Slowdowns southbound Coors as you approach Montano.
St. Pius X has expanded to include middle school. Our beautiful 58-acre campus will now include 6th, 7th, and 8th grades. Go to stpiusx.com to apply today. Be a Sarton middle schooler.
This report sponsored by the law firm of David C. Chavez Injury Attorneys, getting you on the road to recovery and proud supporter of St. Pius X School.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KOB Traffic Center.
A lot of big favorites on a Tuesday. I'm Joe Ostrowski here to help you beat the books with BetQL. In college hoops, the BetQL model has a number of double-digit favorites circled. One of those is USC. The Trojans are a 16.5-point favorite at Alabama State. USC minus 16.5 is a 5-star best bet. I'm Joe Ostrowski. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetQL and BetMGM apps today.
All I want for Christmas is you.
Santa, what the heck? You can't drive the sleigh like that.
Well, there's more presents to deliver. I'm the only one who...
Ain't gonna happen, Santa. You're gonna stop drinking the eggnog people are leaving out for you, and we're calling Uber.
What about all the presents?
It's a magic sack. Stuff them in the trunk, little magic dust, and Uber's the new sleigh.
Attending all those holiday parties this season? Take a ride on us. This station has partnered with the Bernalillo County Department of Behavioral Health Services, Sandoval County DWI Prevention, and Glasheen Baez and Inderman Injury Lawyers to help end DWI. Open your Uber app now and under vouchers, enter the code ABQMERRY23 in all caps. Then if you had too much to drink, request an Uber and we'll pay up to $10 for your ride. This offer is good for the first 2,000 people who use the code between Friday, December 22nd at 6 a.m. and Tuesday, December 26th at 2 a.m. Only 2 rides per person, please. Take a ride on us. Together, we can end DWI.
I can drink eggnog every Christmas and just deliver the presents in an Uber.
You think Mrs. Claus would be happy with that?
Oh, no. Let's just get a coffee so I can sober up.
If you own a home or business, one day you'll think about your roof. Hopefully you won't wait until it leaks. Now's the time to call Everguard Roofing and Solar. Nobody does more home and commercial roofing projects in New Mexico. Why? Because of Everguard's simple philosophy. Be honest and do quality work. General contractors trust them. You can too. Get a free in-person estimate. Thinking about your roof now? You know what to do. Call 821-9543 or visit everguardroofing.com.
The Window Depot is more than a window store. The Window Depot is a one-stop warehouse with everything you need for your complete home remodel. Shop the aisles of pre-built cabinets in a variety of colors, granite and quartz countertops, sinks, skylights, and hardware to complete your project. Need a custom order? We can help. Our designers offer free design services and can special order everything you need for your kitchen or bathroom remodel today. Shop thewindowdepot.com or find a location near you. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Attention, anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-539-5094. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you the maximum protection.
1 minute.
I got my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-539-5094 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-539-5094. 800-539-5094. 800-539-5094.
family
30
are all about. Like quality time with the turbocharged TLX. Shopping with the roomy MDX. Bonding with the super handling RDX. Or sheer holiday joy with the Integra's available 6-speed manual transmission. Get in the holiday spirit at the Acura seasonal performance event going on.
Stand by liner.
Have your new Acura at Montano Acura today. Exit I-25 West on Montano.
The only part of your morning that doesn't suck. The opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Weekday mornings from 7 till 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610.
Mike is hot.
All right, friends of the show. I'm assuming you're of the age where you have kiddos. And I'm assuming those kiddos have at some point in their life expressed to you they're looking for a future career. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you want an example of why your kid can become a professional writer, go to ESPN.com right now, look up this story from Baxter Holmes and just how little sense this writing makes trying to explain Ja Morant's situation, okay?
Okay.
This is a cluster of confusion, reporting, and misunderstandings.
I'm going to be brutally honest. I missed this one today. You want to unpackage it for us?
I'm going to give you the shortest version.
Okay.
Which is Ja Morant is past his 25-game suspension and can come back.
Okay.
Cool. He's reporting on how Ja Morant was in Houston at a shoot-around today. By the way, not the best words to use.
Sure. Uh-huh.
And how he's not allowed to be at shoot-arounds with the team because of the suspension. And there's a team security guy that's supposed to keep an eye on him. Also, team security guys are all over the news for some reason recently, which is also weird. And then
I'm here for it.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
So he's going to the thing, and his best buddy, who's the guy shooting videos, again, I shouldn't have said shooting.
That's okay.
Whenever he's shooting a gun or not brandishing a weapon, is not allowed to be near the team because he's always under lawsuits. But he's at the shoot around as well. And for some reason, this article is mentioning Ja Morant's father, who heats up chicky nuggies for him and cuts eyebrow creases into his hair or whatever. This article makes no sense is what I'm trying to get to.
Okay.
Did any of what I say make sense? No, because it doesn't need to. Because that's the Ja Morant approach to life. People are like, this dude is so weird. He's a literal quagmire. A literal quagmire. Makes zero sense does his existence, as he just a handful of days ago said he felt threatened by the child at the mall.
Yeah, a 6.5 foot tall professional athlete felt threatened by a teenager. GTFO. That is the worst defense you could possibly have in this case. You got to say something. You got to say, I have anger issues. I need some mental health treatment. I need to go to counseling. You say any number of things except for you felt threatened by a teenager. Come on, man.
I'm 6.5.
Come on.
I'm 6.5 foot tall. I'm next to you all the time.
Yes.
We are at places all the time.
Yes.
I am often annoyed by teenagers.
Right.
That's the one that happens to me. I'm the one where, hey, we're out last night. We run into some young adults, and there's too many of them. And they're not funny, and they don't get it.
Yeah.
And they all dress the same, which is super weird.
Yeah.
And you and I had a moment.
Not a single sweatsuit amongst a lot of them.
They did have that part figured out. Steve, you should start selling Bass Pro hats because they're the hotness with weirdo kids.
They still are.
I don't understand.
What is going on?
Is that virtue signaling? Am I confused about what that
know.
is? Are you asking for a certain type of individual in your life? Is that like the new MAGA hat? Am I confused?
I think you're on to something there.
Yeah?
I've noticed a trend.
A bass fishing Bass Pro hat.
Yeah, professional bass fishing hat.
As like a cloak and dagger MAGA hat.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah.
That was the vibe I got yesterday.
Back to Ja Morant, and I don't know if he wears Bass Pro Shop hats or not.
Also, if you wear it backwards, I think that means you're like a Grand Dragon.
As a weird guy, I like weird. I like different. I like quirky. I like people with with different states of mind. I like people who see the world in a different way, especially if it's like a new and unique way.
You're a big Von Miller guy.
Not. Yeah, not. For a second, he got me. He got me with the glasses. He had me for a second.
Yeah.
I like different. I like weird. This isn't quirky. This is the horrible decisions of a guy who's trying to act like something he's not.
Seems like it.
It's like, what's that term you always use, Wayne? You say it to me literally once a week, and every time I have to remind myself what it is. Costume playing?
Cosplaying?
Yes,
yeah.
cosplaying.
Cosplaying.
Where
like cosplaying a gangster.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to be Nucky Thompson.
He's not that.
No.
He is not that.
Nucky Thompson.
You can't be.
Empire,
yeah. It's Steve Buscemi's character from
Nucky Thompson.
It is fantastic program.
It's the best HBO series ever made.
It's not even close to being the
Boardwalk
best.
Empire. It's very good.
No Bass Pro Shop hats in that series.
It was.
No,
I think it was pre-Bass.
Yeah, it was Prohibition, New Jersey.
yeah. They had.
I get you.
Prohibition shops.
Gotcha.
Hats.
Prohibition Masters.
Hats.
Yeah. Okay.
What was Masters? How is that part of Bass Pro Shop?
It was Pro Bass Masters. That's what it started, right?
I don't think that
Bass
is correct.
Pro Bass Master.
I-
Bass Pro.
I don't know what-
Those not related.
Like Master Bassers.
Could be.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Pro Bass Masters. That's the fishing
show.
Yeah, there you go.
What is the fishing show? Pro Bass Masters?
Yeah.
I've never watched a fishing show, so you're super missing.
I haven't watched it, but I've heard of it. I'm familiar with it.
But this guy lived across the street from me when I was in 7th grade was on the show one time. Not when he was in 7th grade. Later, I
It's
saw
super
him. I was
new
like,
and relevant.
I know that, dude.
Anyone from the block can be on it. Like, what is this show?
Well, he became a Bassmaster.
What? No one is trying to
He
become a Bass
Yeah,
Master.
they do. They make thousands of dollars. If they
Okay.
get the right
It's a big deal. Yeah, it's
catch the right bass.
there's fantasy bass fishing leagues.
No, there's not.
That's how big
It's all
this
about the
thing
bass.
is. Yes.
That's not real. If there was a TV show about catching fish that you become, is this like one of those cake
It's
making
called
shows?
Bassmasters.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
No, it is not.
It is
Still
a
on.
big deal.
I would have heard about it if it was a big deal.
It's
No,
not
well,
on
okay.
channel you watch.
You
apparently.
think
What
I mean,
channel is it on?
ESPN.
I have that blocked. I don't watch it.
That's
I
for
didn't
good
thi-
reason.
I didn't think you watched it.
Everyone I know has been on like Cake Boss, right?
What's
like
that?
it's like a delicatessen one or something. Like
I was thinking about something different.
Cake Boss got their style from Bassmasters.
they were the,
Yeah, uh-huh.
they Bassmasters crawled so Cake Masters could walk.
Yeah, it's the BC. Yeah.
It's Bassmaster Elite. There's a Bassmaster Elite series from 2010. 6 seasons.
What is that, like a video game?
No, it ran for 6 seasons.
Bassmaster, I think, is that toy I had when I was a kid where you'd flick your wrist and the little string would come off of it. It was like a reel. It was like a fishing rod.
It was
with a reel on it.
The-
Rod and reel.
The Bassmaster Classic
That's
is
on
where it started. It's a
Different.
tournament that started in 1971, and from that, it's clothing.
Oh, okay. You know, we went off the gold standard right after
It's
that.
it's
It's the demise of the country.
From that fishing tournament is professional fishing started, and then merchandising, clothes and hats and
Yeah.
shoes and television shows
And fish
and websites.
on plaques on the walls.
And now,
Oh, the singing bass fish. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, big mouth Billy Bass.
Yes.
Yeah.
That if that is any way associated with this, I'm now back to being pro this.
And then it obviously peaked with fantasy Bassmasters.
Have you seen where people put
Where
raspberry?
you draft your favorite fisherman.
No one does that.
It's
Stop
a real
saying
thing.
that.
It's a real
I
thing.
think they do.
I've been to Bass Pro, like founded in Springfield, Missouri. They have this huge aquarium. That thing is cool. Like if you were to go there and be like, Fred, we're going to paint one bass red, and the first Bassmaster to catch the redfish is the champion, I'd be like, deal. Like I don't know the humane of painting a fish. I don't know like if people would overreact or underreact to this idea, but that seems like a cool game. Why don't we do that?
Sponsored by Rapala, the Bassmaster Fantasy Fishing League is free to any fishing fans, and you can win a boat. If you
Load
win
of
it.
money.
An actual
sponsored by RuPaul
boat.
Is that who you said it was? RuPaul?
I don't know what Rapala is. Rapala.
RuPaul, because whenever you put your line in the water, there's drag on it. Is that why, Van?
Sure.
Also, the next time I cast a lure into the water will be the first time I've cast a lure into the water. Like
I believe the Bassmaster season starts February 16th to 19th at the 2023 2024 Bassmaster
the
Elite.
season is 3 days long.
No, it's just the first event of the season. It's at Lake Okeechobee, and we're all familiar
in
with
Oklahoma.
Lake Okeechobee, obviously.
Is it in Oklahoma? It's either in Florida or Oklahoma. Both of these sound like Okeechobee could be there.
I mean, it's the first two letters of the same state, so probably Oklahoma.
So, what do you think the purse is?
Like
for this
you just
championship
it's
series?
$0. You
For 104 anglers.
You
What
get
do
to
you think?
keep the fish.
Okeechobee is a lake in Florida. They win so much money. They win so much money. This was our story of the year last year. Are you unfamiliar with this, where the guys were sticking weights inside their fish
Well, I didn't know that
to
was
win more money?
I didn't know there was a league. I just thought that was
Yeah.
like I just thought that was like a Knights of Columbus thing or
It's
something.
not elite. It's not a league. It's an elite series.
See?
It's like 6.9 million.
It's like an Xbox?
Yes.
Because that I get. Fishing is not for me.
Top fisherman makes 68.5.
I don't even think a fish
billion.
Yeah.
Super late for break.
I don't even think a fish is real people.
First place last year at the Lake Okeechobee Bassmaster Elite was Tyler Rivet. He caught 20 fish, and they weighed 1,391 ounces together.
Oh, so we're doing metric system too?
And if you picked Tyler Rivet in your fantasy league, you would have got 305 points. Should we sponsor a Bassmaster fantasy league next year?
We have to go to break. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, home of Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football, an actual sport, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored.
So, do you want a break? Do you want a segment next time?
Technology gives you 3 networks for the price of 1.
Well, this break and the next break would take us to the top of the hour.
Yeah, we can do that.
Segment.
Infinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com.
But that's like 10 minutes of commercials.
Well, let's not do that.
Can you do a short segment?
Yeah.
Proving price.
Okay.
This afternoon, westbound I-40,
Calvin,
San
what,
Mateo
back
to
in 4 minutes,
Coors.
is that
We've
what
got quite a bit of congestion there.
Yeah.
On Paseo, I-25 to Coors, traffic moving slow there. Westbound Alameda, 2nd Street to Coors, dealing with slowdowns in that area. And seeing quite a bit of backups right now westbound on Montano. That's going to start as you approach Rio Grande. It'll last until Coors. Southbound on I-25 between Osuna and Candelaria. Traffic's moving slow there. South of town, I-25 between Albuquerque and Los Lunas. Not seeing any problems in either direction there. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The Jim Rome Show.
If I said to you a few weeks back, Joe Flacco would be the best quarterback story in the NFL this year, what would you have said? Him coming off the couch to reinvigorate the Cleveland Browns at age 38 is unbelievable. He'll be 39 in the playoffs if they get there. And if he keeps doing what he's doing, they will get there. Maybe it's just me, but last I saw of Joe Flacco, he did not look very good. Why don't we just break out the age-old question? Is Joe Flacco elite?
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The sports animal.
I can't believe this could happen to me. It was just a few drinks. I do it all the time. Only this time, with my wife and kids in the car, I got pulled over by the police. Then I failed a sobriety test, and I was placed under arrest. My bad choices have finally caught up with me.
Drunk driving? It's not worth the risk. It's up to you to end DWI. This message brought to you by NMDOT.
You gotta love the spirit of New Mexico. From its traditions, its empowering community, its culture, and to top it all off, its delicious food. And there's no better place to get all of that than Frontier. Frontier has been at the center of traditional New Mexican-style dishes since 1971, all made from scratch from the best ingredients. Don't forget the most amazing red and green chili in the state. Frontier, the best place in New Mexico to enjoy incredible homemade dishes before or after a UNM Lobos game. Frontier Restaurant is proud to support our UNM Lobos.
In today's home mortgage market, it's important for consumers looking for a mortgage to shop around. The reason? We have just come out of the lowest rates in history, and many homeowners jumped in to take advantage, and mortgage lenders across the country were making huge profits. Today, the mortgage volume is a fraction of that, and these mortgage companies are in a panic with profits falling off the cliff. So what are they doing? They're charging borrowers interest rates and fees much higher than they deserve. That's because the higher rate and higher fees, the more profit. In other words, the lenders are maximizing profits on the backs of consumers. They are counting on borrowers not shopping that mortgage around. Indigo Mortgage will always try to get the borrower the lowest rate with the lowest fees, and we have saved homeowners many thousands of dollars over the years. So shop and shop local with your trusted local mortgage company, Indigo Mortgage, 836-5700, or on the net at indigomortgage.net. NMLS 231962 and 188-348.
American Home Plus knows how to end a year. Whether it's time for all the family holiday festivities or you need something comfy to watch the bowl games on, it's the year-end clearance event at American Home Plus at I-25 in Comanche. Save 25% on the lowest marked price on all items in the Back Dock Clearance Center. Visit backdock505.com for more information. Most items are at
Back in 30 seconds.
Time to get ready for the holidays. American Home Plus, right in the middle of town at Comanche and I-25.
Most people gamble. They visit a casino, buy a lottery ticket, play an online game. But for a few, gambling becomes more than fun. It becomes a problem, an addiction, just like a drug or alcohol addiction.
I actually have one.
Financial help and treatment is available, funded by Responsible Gaming Association of New Mexico. A toll-free
Liner in 10.
8-696-2440 is available 24 hours a day. Find help at rganm.org.
Come armchair quarterback with the opening drive. Weekday morning starting at 7.
Stand by.
On FM and 8.
All right.
The
Mike's hot.
The Ronco Pocket Fisherman is on the comeback. Slap it on your belt buckle. Go cast a line.
Where? The Rio Grande?
Fishing.
What are you going to catch in the Rio Grande?
Jer, who
Use needles?
Jer, who works here at the Albuquerque Duke store, also super talented musician. He just showed us a video where he caught a tiger in the water.
Tiger muskie. Yeah. It's like a cousin of a barracuda. They got teeth. They're gnarly. They're giant.
Bob, you ever go fishing?
Also, they're delicious. They're carnivorous.
I have gone fishing a couple of times.
Yeah, it's
long time ago.
Yeah. Fishing is one of the main reasons why I would die in a primitive living situation.
You don't have the patience for it.
What do I need? Why are we talking about Guns N' Roses?
I always talk about Guns N' Roses, Fred. You know me.
I don't need patience to fish. You just put the dealie out there and the fish come to you.
You're describing patience.
He's so confusing.
Not quite how it works, Fred.
Thanks, Bob.
Here's what I would do. I'd say, I'm going to eat you little fishy. And then it would be basically a handle.
You're just going to skip over Primus references?
I want to be a fisherman.
The only fish I'm familiar with, Steve, are the ones in a barrel that I see on the dating app.
Yeah.
You know what's up. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, baby.
That's why you feel my
Zooming on. Live from the Albuquerque Duke store. 95.9 FM, AM 610. Home on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football. The sports animal.
This report brought to you by
Clear and thank you.
Albuquerque Journal and Business Outlook. When you need local answers, the most reliable and in-depth information about health, safety, jobs, taxes, crime, energy, transportation, or government. Get the answers. Subscribe at abqjournal.com.
Westbound on I-40, as you approach the interchange, you're going to see slowdowns. Those lasted until Coors. Southbound I-25, Osuna to Candelaria, dealing with some slow spots there. Traffic also continues to move slow westbound on Paseo. That's going to start at I-25. It'll last until Coors. Westbound Alameda right now, 2nd Street until the river. Traffic moving slow in that area. Also, north of town, I-25 between Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Right now, traffic looks good in both directions.
We're all moving a little faster now.
Trust the team that's going to keep up with you on KOAT Action 7 News.
We're proud to bring you coverage you can count on from across New Mexico.
Like a weather forecast that's certified most accurate and proven every day.
Start your day with more in the morning.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Attention, anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-539-5094. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-539-5094 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-539-5094. 800-539-5094. 800-539-5094.
If you're like most people, you've had your fair share of financial questions. Questions like, can I afford my son's travel hockey team? What if my daughter doesn't get that soccer scholarship? Will I be able to enjoy golf in retirement? At Empower, we know these questions can be stressful. We're here to help answer your what ifs and empower what's next. Join 18 million Americans and take control of your financial future. Start today at empower.com. Sponsored by Empower Personal Wealth.
Oh, this cold.
Honey.
Honey?
Honey, you need DayQuil Severe Honey.
DayQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste because life doesn't stop for a cold.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Now I'm getting a cold.
Honey.
Try DayQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu relief. DayQuil Severe with honey flavor. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honeylicious, power through your day medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
KNML AM Albuquerque is the sports animal. Proud to be a Cumulus media station. Even if they're not that proud of us.
Ready to go?
For the sports animal.
Yes. All right.
Afternoon drive. Number 2, men on. Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Amory Castillo.
This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley
and the mic's hot.
Yeah. You know, this song you can get a paper cut to. You know, something you can lay back and enjoy the leather seats. You did. Hey.
Back live on the program, 1 hour of the program left. The program is 2 Men On here on the Sports Animal. Thanks for taking the time with us. Most people work today and yesterday, and then they start the Christmas thing today. They're like, I did my time in the office. Give me the rest of the week off.
Yep.
Steve, you got big holiday plans?
I'll be working.
On Christmas?
Christmas Eve will be open.
That's Sunday?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, because people shop on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
It's a Sunday. You want to come down and work too? I'll help.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You can do the show from here on Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
Oh, you don't want to do the show on Sunday?
No, we don't.
Do you listen on Sunday?
Yeah. I thought I heard you.
Yesterday we're at Howie's for Monday Night Football, and one of the friends of the show comes up, and he's telling me a story, and he's like, so Saturday morning I'm driving around in the car trying to listen to sports talk, and it's just you and Solly Taylor rambling about wrestling for an hour. Solly Taylor and I hosting Going Over on Saturday mornings. You can catch 1 hour of pro wrestling talk, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. every single Saturday. The funniest thing about that show is it's not funny. It's like normal, like on this show, like I try to be funny. Like I'm funny with you guys on there. I'm like, guys, pro wrestling is so serious. I just can't believe this crazy pro wrestling stuff is going on right now.
It's a very serious business to you.
It's so weird that I'm like that.
It's woken up to rave reviews.
Yeah, people love it.
People who like wrestling, who know me and know how indifferent I am to it, are like, it's like a really good show.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, stop complimenting my wrestling knowledge. And people are like, Fred, what if you have this knowledge about football? Here's the thing. I do have this knowledge about football, but all you fool friends of the show out there wearing your team color shaded glasses refuse to hear any conversation. That's not just absolute slurping of your squad. It's you that's the problem, not my incredibly hot takes
on wrestling.
Holy smokes. Cowboys fell out of the top 10 in power rankings. Yeah,
they did?
Well, not out, but they should be.
Fell in them.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Let's just do top 10 because you guys know the Panthers are at the dead bottom. Okay, so the top 10 power rankings, here they sit. The number 10 best team in the NFL right now is the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the problem. They got 3 straight losses. Throw them out.
Okay.
They're nobody.
Them and the Eagles.
The Eagles don't deserve to even be close to it. Like, the Eagles being in the top 10 power rankings is because they were just high already. Like, they have been terrible. And the point I want to get to with the Jaguars is that Van appointed Trevor Lawrence the next coming of Tom Brady for some reason 2 seasons ago, maybe 2 seasons too early. And he's booty.
I love him so much.
How come you can't pick a good quarterback? Like, what about you has you so mentally deficient in the world of saying who is good at quarterback? I can give you a bunch of examples.
All right.
Me too.
Say that to Scott Berline's face.
Steve
Berline.
Scott Berline.
If we're doing like a legit power ranking, the Niners are 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, 100%.
And then the Ravens are probably 4.
And then the Dolphins. And then the Chiefs. And then the Lions, who are going to beat your Cowboys in 5 minutes. Like, that's what it is. It's the Niners at the top. It's the Ravens number 2. Miami number 3. Chiefs number 4. Lions 5. And then you get into that weird Eagles, Bills, Cowboys. Browns are probably better than all of them. Jaguars, I'm not afraid to say the Texans wouldn't beat the Bills right now. I think they would. Conversation.
What the Browns are doing is bonkers. It's just bonkers. They are phenomenal at almost every position on the football field, except for normal daily user of Metamucil Joe Flacco.
You can get a quarterback off the street in this league, and he can just show up and win games.
He'd be immediately like the 5th best one.
And RG3 beat a hawk in a race yesterday, and he can't find a squad. How bad of a person must he be?
Ouch.
He might be a good person, but he's not a good quarterback.
Jalen Hurts.
Joe Flacco is, I don't know where that Joe Flacco has been, probably several years out, but he's playing pretty good.
I recently turned 39, just like the other day. And I was like, you know what I'm going to start doing? Started my days with ibuprofen. It's going to make me feel better. Like, is
that what he said?
No, but that's what I'm doing. Because I'm looking at Joe Flacco, and I'm like, I could be a better man.
You start your day with vitamin I every morning?
Just when I go to the gym. Just helps me stretch.
Oh, that's nice.
Just loosens the whole thing up. And
you're not worried about its half-life efficacy and, like, dumbing it down a little bit in your system. It's not going to have the same results for you.
I'm already halfway through my life, so why would I be worried about half-life?
Now you're going to, like, chomp double the amount of them?
No, I just take the regular amount. And I don't take ibuprofen every time. I switch between the big 3.
What are the big 3?
little Thai boy, and then a little Adviller.
Okay.
Yeah, just
You
do the rotation.
You switch them every day. A little acetaminophen, a little ibuprofen, back and forth. Play them off each other. Also, what's the third one?
I don't. In my cabinet,
like Oxycontin.
In my cabinet, there's ibuprofen, Tylenol, and Advil. I think they're all different. Are they not?
They are not. I believe Advil is ibuprofen.
Correct.
Yeah.
What is?
And then
I also have aspirin. Do I need that?
That one is acetaminophen.
It says it on the bottle.
Well, I don't read the bottle.
It's not a Xerox. It's a copy machine. It's not Kleenex. It's facial tissue.
I just know after the Y, my body works better. Like in the morning. Like if I don't take anything, I'm like, oh, my body sucks and it hurts.
Yeah.
And if I do take something, I'm like, all right, let's.
So all three of them work for you.
It might also be placebo. Like I don't really know.
Mm-hmm. I'm leaning towards that.
I have to stretch.
Why don't you just tell yourself that you took one?
Why don't I have poor
mind
memory?
over-
Like
I will go to your house
No, please
and I will switch out all of your ibuprofen, acetaminophen, and Advil with sugar pills.
Right.
And then you'll never know. And then whenever you need a real one, you say, hey, Van, give me some of that Advil, son.
Or you just tell yourself that you feel good in the morning.
Positive affirmation goes a long way, Steve.
What if I start with weed gummies? Because I've never really done weed, and I feel like that might be a good idea.
I think it's a great idea.
I've never done weed.
I would like for you to start, and not only start, but do it first thing in the morning.
If Brock Purdy said he was doing it, I'd be like, okay.
All
Like,
right.
I'm in.
You know what? Okay. You're back in.
The 49ers will play the Ravens in the Super Bowl. That's a fact.
No, I don't know.
Acetaminophen and ibuprofen should play each other in the Pro Bowl.
Lamar Jackson cannot become the MVP because Christian McCaffrey exists, but he's playing so hecka good. And there's no one else in the AFC. Like all those other teams are like falling off. I think Miami is kind of in the mix. Though.
It's a legit bummer. Tyreek Hill had to miss a game, possibly two, because he was my MVP.
Jalen Waddle
until literally last week.
Jalen Waddle went for like 150 something yards on like 7 or 8 receptions, and you're like,
he got his and Tyreek's yardage.
Yeah, he's like, I'm here. But you're right. I mean, the individual numbers for Hill now are
astounding.
Yeah, they're not a thing, but because of the
it's a
can't be
big
there.
bummer. Also, this is like good for him for like because if he actually beats the record, he'll do it in 16 games now. You don't need the extra game.
Are you trying to put asterisks on season totals now because of an extra game?
The history of the sport, correct? Yeah.
That's why OJ's rushing yards mean more to you because it was 14 games.
OJ,
the actor,
the actor
who used to
he
play
played football.
Yeah, he played football too.
That's wild.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Cool, man. I'll have to look that up.
But I guess I'm not considering an asterisk for an extra game. It's just a season, right?
It's just the standard now. Like this is what you deal with. Unless you like extrapolate everything over the history of the NFL and do like a per game statistic.
Well, per game is whatever. You know, like if you're doing like who's a Terrell Davis, right? If you were to take like 16 of his games in a row, you know, like because he was off, or Gale Sayers is a good example too, oft injured or whatever. Like, okay, but no, I think it's all one season because I think that like that health factor, I think that injury factor, the teammates around you factor, all that stuff matters.
Availability is the best ability.
Who says that?
People.
I'm getting real tired of sports talk.
When did we start talking sports on this program?
You know the one you get at the bar though, where it's like, you know, the team there, they would have done a lot better if they just would have stayed humble. Yep. What does staying humble have to do with
staying humble?
Like
in a victory speech?
Yeah, like why? Like what is the
they're the top 1/10 of 1% of professional athletes in the world who have survived off of their own guerrilla, brutal confidence and hard work. Why would they start being humble now for the first time ever? That is dumb.
I'm never ever going to rank Jose Bautista my best outfielders of all time, except he flips that freaking bat, and it's so cool. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, he would have hit 3.5 more home runs a year if he was humble.
Yeah, right. That's what I was
okay.
He's a little cocky.
Albert Pujols staring down Brad Lidge is way cooler than the other 702 home runs that Albert Pujols hit in his career. Although, and I know that one doesn't count because it's postseason, but you get the point,
right?
Like humble. Yeah, it's got to show up to work every day.
That's that sanctity of the game garbage.
I hate that stuff.
Yeah,
dude.
so stupid.
Roger Federer was pretty humble.
You gonna try to talk tennis, Ryder?
He was pretty humble.
I think
he's the greatest of all time.
Okay, you're an idiot. He's the crappiest one as far as
because he's humble.
Andre Agassi is the number one tennis player of all time. Andy Roddick after that, and then
look, you skipped right over John McEnroe.
John McEnroe's in the mix.
Yeah, the least humble of all time.
Right, exactly.
There are so many good tennis players, not based off their tennis ability.
Oh, really?
Yeah, based off their sweet purse. Not that they won. Anality.
Their wig.
What is that?
Andre Agassi.
He wore a wig?
Yeah.
Why he played?
Yeah.
That's awesome because Kane wrestled in a wig. There's all kinds of cool things about that.
Okay. I'm a big fan of Kristen Wiig. She's fantastic.
I'm a big
she's pretty humble.
Annika Kournikova guy. I have no idea how many games she won. Matches, sets, points.
I wig out when I see her.
Yeah. Being humble ruins you in entertainment. And that's what sports is.
When you refer to a celebrity or musician or athlete, whatever.
Sampras is boring.
In this situation, obviously, we're talking about athletes.
Yao Ming is boring.
When you refer to them as humble,
Tim Duncan is
that
boring.
just means they have a filter on how they act and what they talk about. None of these guys are actually humble. They look in the mirror every morning and say, "You're the best bleeper on the whole planet. You're the only reason this earth is still spinning because you're the best to ever do it." That's what if they want to be good, you want to be successful, that's what you tell yourself every day.
They're not just good
just because they don't say it out loud. Yeah. They say to themselves every day, whether they say it out loud or not.
And I'm going to use baseball as an example, but I think it's true for tennis. I think it's true for almost all sports. Maybe not almost all. But for a lot of sports, these guys would be successful at everything. Like the sport is fortunate to have them. Like I think Andy Roddick would go on to be the best fill in whatever profession because he's got that kind of like go energy.
Yeah.
He didn't accidentally have super hot gal. You know, he dude's successful at all things. Pete Sampras would have been successful in whatever business venture he jumped into. No doubt. Also not fitting this category is like MMA and stuff. They would not. Those guys are all super weird.
You could miss me with a lot of those humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The handful of mixed martial artists I know that I think are really good dudes it's a short list.
It's small.
It's a very small list.
Very small.
NFLers is kind of similar, actually. The handful of NFL guys I've spent like sustained time with, those are the ones I've been really fortunate to spend time with. Because you meet so many of them, and right away you're like, I don't at all need to be at, near, or associated.
Uh-huh.
But it's not just sports. That's the same way with like, you ever hang out with like rock musicians, country musicians? They're all terrible. You ever sit down with like who's off the air? I'm gonna give you the name of someone I hung out with for a while, and I'm like, how did this guy sell so many albums? How did he trick people into thinking he's a good person? And then you end up in a situation where you're like, oh, I'm embarrassed for having been tricked.
Right.
Just like the way you were embarrassed by Von Miller.
I'm a cardigan and glasses guy.
Dwight Howard trick.
If you're a person who produces melanin and you could pull off a cardigan and geeky glasses, I'm probably on your team.
You big Urkel
probably
guy. You're
pro.
Big Steve Urkel guy.
Yeah, he's the OG.
of that world.
Yes. They're just trying to be Urkel.
Today's I-9 Varsity. Whenever we get back, the I-9 Varsity of Best Murders.
Let's go.
Best Murders. It's 2 Men On. 95.9 FM and AM 610. Live broadcast of Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football right here on the Sports Animal.
This report is
clear
by Blake's Lottaburger.
This season, Blake's Lottaburger is doing the Frito Pie their way. They've taken the New Mexico-born staple and Lottatized it for the land of enchantment. An extra-large Frito Scoops bag loaded with Blake's chili con carne and cheese. Visit Blake's and get your Lotta Frito Pie today.
Well, traffic right now, things are moving a whole lot better here in the metro, but we're still seeing quite a bit of slowdowns westbound on I-40 as you approach the interchange, and those are going to hang around until Coors. Also, Alameda headed west right now between Jefferson and the river. Still seeing some slowdowns there. North of the city, I-25 between Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Traffic looks good in both directions.
This message is brought to you by the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish. TJ's Route here, and fall fishing in New Mexico is fantastic. Take it from me. For more information or to buy your license online, visit the Department of Game and Fish website at wildlife.state.nm.us. Get out and fish, New Mexico.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Bronco Mendenhall is the new head football coach at the University of New Mexico. Bronco's impressive. There's an it to him. He's a proven one. He's got experience. He knows the conference. He knows how to recruit. Obviously, he convinced Eddie that he's embracing the current landscape of college athletics. Transfer portal, NIL.
Starts your morning weekdays at 7 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Drive a new Ram 1500 and save up to $25,000 during the Wrap Up the Year sales event at Malloy Dodge in Albuquerque. Save up to $9,000 on a new Dodge Durango or test drive a 2024 Dodge Hornet. Drive the new Ram 1500 and get 2.9% for 72 months. Last call at new Dodge Chargers and new Dodge Challengers, MalloyDodge.com or Malloy Dodge on Coors, where we always say deal. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas. Visit MalloyDodge.com/promo-info for complete offer details.
And why all the drama?
I think the radiant heat system's going. This floor is ice cold.
Okay, first put on some socks and then call Daniels.
An aging radiant heat system is more likely to give out. Don't let it surprise you. Daniels offers boiler inspections and tune-ups. They specialize in repair, replacement, and new installs with a variety of high-efficiency heating solutions. Daniels Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning guarantees customer satisfaction. Plus, free estimates on replacements and installs. Daniels, 898-8860.
O'Reilly. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Holiday Gift Guide is here. If you're struggling with gift ideas, we have several options for gifts under $20, like a digital tire gauge, screwdriver sets, LED work lights, and more. Our professional parts people will help you pick out the perfect gift for that hard-to-buy-for person. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts or shop O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
When you roll with Charmin, ultra soft on the potty. This is more, so roll it back, everybody. Charmin's irresistible, soft and very nice. The grip is always stopped. It's our party wine. Everybody wanna touch the sky.
Charmin Ultra Soft is irresistibly soft and more absorbent, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Your Lobo men's basketball team hosts last year's Big West Conference regular season champion, the UC Irvine Anteaters. This game is slotted for Wednesday, December 20th at 7 p.m. Bring the whole family to the pit for this fun holiday game. That's Wednesday, December 20th at 7 p.m. versus UC Irvine. For tickets, visit golobos.com/tickets. Go Lobos!
Does anyone feel like life is busier than ever, especially with the holidays? I'm a planner and try to think of it all. But what about the unexpected?
Now I've got that covered. My husband and I finally got life insurance with Select Quote, and I couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with Select Quote same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required.
1 minute.
Covered by the time we hung up. This holiday season, I feel a little lighter, knowing my family is protected and ready for whatever the new year throws our way. Call Select Quote at 1-800-606-9090. That's 1-800-606-9090. Or go to selectquote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-606-9090. Details on example rate at selectquote.com.
Back in 30.
If you need help resolving an outstanding warrant without fear of arrest, the New Mexico Law Offices of the Public Defender is here for you. Stop by their downtown office, 505 Marquette Northwest, on Monday, December 11th or Tuesday, December 19th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. for their free warrant workshop, where you can receive legal advice from their dedicated team of public defenders. Snacks and winter essential giveaway bags provided. Visit lopdnm.us for more information.
I'm Jeff.
Stand by.
The opening drive.
Yep.
You're in, which are out, and bowl game holiday cheer. Oh, ho, ho, ho. JJ Buck and I start the opening drive at 7.
Mike's hot.
Kids sports programs in Albuquerque, New Mexico. i9sports.com. League office 280 at i9sports.com. 505-312-4999. You know they got basketball, volleyball clinics going on right now. Don't forget. Everything also is on the. Just sign up early. That's what you do. Get the Christmas gift of getting your kid in some athletics. That's what I'm saying.
That's
man.
sweet. Very sweet.
All right. Today's I-9 Varsity is the I-9 Varsity of best murders all time.
Mm-hmm.
This is because earlier in the program we brought up the murder of Osama bin Laden.
Correct.
And how Rashard Mendenhall said it shouldn't be celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
So, Van, would you like to go first, or Steve?
I'll kick off.
Okay.
I'll be your leadoff hitter
Right,
here.
I will go last.
Okay. Starring the legend Angela Lansbury.
Uh-huh.
First on my I-9 Varsity
Good
of
answer.
murder. My first answer is She Wrote.
Yes, Murder, She Wrote.
Murder, She Wrote.
Which in the 1980s, I don't know if you know this, Steve, would draw 30 million viewers an episode because there were no options for watching television in the 80s. And joke Murder, She Wrote was a chart topper. There you go. Steve?
It's crazy. Since I lived in D.C. at the time, I'm going to go with Osama bin Laden.
Okay. Yeah, that's what started the list.
Okay.
So,
Okay. A natural fit.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
answer. Good answer. The way Stone Cold Steve Austin would murder Steve Weisers after a big match.
It's good.
Yeah, so he
That's a good
would. Two of them would be thrown to him. He would crack them open. He would slam them together over his head after hitting a Stone Cold Stunner on Vince McMahon, and then he would absolutely murder them in the center of the ring.
Okay.
So give me Stone Cold Steve Austin and his Steve Weisers.
It's a good one.
Thank you.
Excellent start.
Yeah,
Excellent
congratulations.
start.
Yeah, murdered him.
You guys Clue fans?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Clue fan.
That's okay.
But you get to live it out whenever you want.
Yeah.
Next on my I-9 Varsity of murders, I'm going with Mystery Party. Murder Mystery Party. It's a lot of fun if you've never done one before.
I have done one. It's a lot of fun.
We might be doing one soon.
Steve?
Murder of Crows.
It's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I learned about that from Disney's carnival-based animation Dumbo. That's where I learned about a murder of crows. They were singing crows. So
nice.
Yeah. I got a good one. Are you guys familiar with Dwayne Martin? Oh, you're not? Let me help you.
No, go on, please.
Yeah, so I recently heard a story from Brother Bilal who said he one time saw Dwayne Martin just murdering Will Smith. So give me that. Give me Dwayne Martin killing Will Smith.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a excellent answer.
I got you.
Is murdering him.
Just killing him.
Next on my I-9 Varsity, the 1994 smash hit by Martha Stewart's best friend, Snoop Dogg.
Yes.
Murder Was the Case That They Gave Me.
Oh, okay.
Song and concept album by the D.O.G. Murder Was the Case.
That one I wouldn't have got.
I was into it. I was really into it. As a young, impressionable man, I thought it was really smart. The whole album tied in together. It was wild at the time.
Okay, pretty good.
Okay.
Steve?
I don't know if I have any anymore. I'm out.
So, Steve, in this segment is on the list.
Yes.
This
This segment murdered me.
Don't like that at all. Don't like that. How about and just hear me out on this one.
Okay.
Okay, because it's going to take a little bit of a walk.
All right, I'm here
to get to where we're going.
I'm here for it.
Here,
I'm not going anywhere
because I thought I was worried Steve was going to steal this one.
Okay.
Okay, but he did not. He bowed out, Van. So, because Steve said, I'm only into Osama bin Laden, and then you said I'm pacifist after that.
Yeah.
Said, okay. Said no. He goes, no. Give me, please, Van, if you would.
I will.
The what I would call the best murder of all time, which is one line from Ja Rule.
It's
murder.
That is a good one.
I got you.
That's a really good one.
I got you. Last
My
one?
cleanup hitter.
Yep. Okay.
On my I-9 varsity of murder.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best one of all time.
Okay.
It's the king of all murders, and it's Hitler, because
did it to himself.
Because Hitler murdered Hitler.
Yeah. So
it's kind of like at the end of Star Wars, where Darth Vader killed Darth Vader, but like a human, like a really awful human.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah. That's the best one, I think.
Steve, you're still out?
I'm out.
Okay.
Okay.
I mentioned it earlier in the program, but we'll close the door with this one.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2005, whenever in the NLCS, Albert Pujols murdered a ball off the delivery of Brad Lidge, which I believe is still to this day rotating around planet Earth.
Yeah.
Staring through the then physical representation, but obviously not there mentally, emotionally, or spiritually any longer as a competitive athlete. Brad Lidge on the mound for the Houston Astros, the greatest murder of all time.
Refresh my memory. Who won that series?
Marty on the phone.
That got interesting, right? Because they can't later. Marty joining us on the program. Marty,
thanks for saving Fred, Marty.
How you doing, brother?
Doing great, guys. Hey, listen, I had not had a chance to talk about the weekend with my New Mexico State Aggies, but I had called the morning show. Not sure why. It was too early for me, but I decided to call. But I called, and one of the points I made to Jeff, and I didn't mean to insult him in any way, and I felt that it wasn't a good idea for New Mexico State to take the bowl. I just felt that it wasn't because of what had happened. Now, if we had been 3, 4, 5 years removed from the incident last year, between the two schools, I would have said, okay, that's, but the fact that we were probably, less than a year or so, I just felt like it would have been in the best interest for New Mexico State to say, you know what, we respectfully decline, because to me, obviously, there was still some bad blood from Jerry Kill's comments, the Paglia incident, obviously the basketball incident. So to me, if I'd have been Mario Moja, I would have said, you know what, smartly, let's just not go there right now. And I think none of this would have ever happened. Not that it was just all talk, but and that's what I was trying to kind of express to Jeff.
Right.
But maybe Jeff took it like, oh, my bowl's not good enough. No, it's not. Not that it's not good enough. To me, it was a loose, right? You win the New Mexico Bowl, you're like, oh, you won the New Mexico Bowl in your own home state. You lose the New Mexico Bowl, it's like, okay, that's what you deserve, Aggies. So to me, from a school standpoint, I would have said, you know what, we're not going there.
Let's do this, Mark, because we're at the break. So I'm willing to break this one down, though, whenever we get back. Good call, friend. We're stepping away so we can come back, jump a little bit into Marty's comments on, was it hashtag too soon for New Mexico State Aggies participating in the New Mexico Bowl? I think my answer is going to not come as a surprise to anyone, but I'll go into depth on that whenever we get back. It's 2 Men on Live from the Albuquerque Duke store. Don't forget, Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
The opening drive.
And you're clear.
And JJ Buck.
Lobo legend Kenny Thomas is with us. The Clippers win 7 in a row.
Man, the big four. I don't think it matters besides James Harden having the ball in his hands. Outside of that, I think PG-13 can get in where he fits in because he's going to get points anyway. The way the Clippers are playing right now, and Westbrook is taking a back seat, he doesn't have to be that guy anymore, and it takes the pressure off, and James Harden is more than willing to take on that.
Weekday mornings from 7 till 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All I want for Christmas is you.
Santa, what the heck? You can't drive the sleigh like that.
Well, there's more presents to deliver. I'm the only one who...
Ain't gonna happen, Santa. You're gonna stop drinking the eggnog people are leaving out for you, and we're calling Uber.
What about all the presents?
It's a magic sack. Stuff them in the trunk, little magic dust, and Uber's the new sleigh.
Attending all those holiday parties this season? Take a ride on us. This station has partnered with the Bernalillo County Department of Behavioral Health Services, Sandoval County DWI Prevention, and Glasheen Baez and Inderman Injury Lawyers to help end DWI. Open your Uber app now and under vouchers, enter the code ABQMERRY23 in all caps. Then, if you had too much to drink, request an Uber and we'll pay up to $10 for your ride. This offer's good for the first 2,000 people who use the code between Friday, December 22nd at 6 a.m. and Tuesday, December 26th at 2 a.m. Only 2 rides per person, please. Take a ride on us. Together, we can end DWI.
I can drink eggnog every Christmas and just deliver the presents in an Uber.
You think Mrs. Claus would be happy with that?
Oh, no. Let's just get a coffee so I can sober up.
Drive a new Ram 1500 and save up to $25,000 during the wrap-up the year sales event at Malloy Dodge in Albuquerque. Save up to $9,000 on a new Dodge Durango or test drive a 2024 Dodge Hornet. Drive the new Ram 1500 and get 2.9% for 72 months. Last call at new Dodge Chargers and new Dodge Challengers, MalloyDodge.com, or Malloy Dodge on Coors, where we always say deal. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas.
Visit MalloyDodge.com/promo-info for complete offer details.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. Not only is it open enrollment for a lot of people, it's also a time you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, switching to MediShare saves about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. And what's more, they like it. MediShare has double the member satisfaction rate compared to health insurance. Double. MediShare is a proven thing, too, for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of more than 400,000 members. And here's the thing. If you join before December 30th and you mention the promo code SHARE, you'll get another 10% off all of 2024. That's 12 months of savings. So I'll give you the number here in a second, but call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is December 30th. So call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number, 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Family, isn't that what the holidays are all about? Like quality time with the turbocharged TLX, shopping with the roomy MDX, bonding with the super handling RDX, or sheer holiday joy with the Integra's available 6-speed manual transmission. Get in the holiday spirit at the Acura Season of Performance event going on now.
Test drive your new Acura at Montano Acura today. Exit I-25 West on Montano.
That time of the year is coming around. The Holiday Classic is back on Christmas Eve. Let's go! Tune in to NFL Network for an epic primetime showdown. It's time for the holidays. We're going to set the tone. As the Patriots. There's that speed. And the Broncos. Touchdown! Light up mile high for an AFC clash on Sunday night. The NFL.
Okay, back in 30-ish.
8 p.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network and streaming on NFL Plus.
O'Reilly. You've got questions? O'Reilly Auto Parts. A pro you can trust? We've got that too. No matter what you need, our professional parts people have the training and expertise to help you do things right. Deep automotive knowledge. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
Stand by, Liner.
O'Reilly.
Of course, Trump has not been convicted of insurrection.
The Duke City's home for sports.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
That's a yes.
This is 95.9.
Stand by. Mike's hot.
Remember the show Marty Cult? Which, by the way, I like him.
Sure.
Okay. He was talking about the Aggies participating in the bowl over the weekend, the New Mexico Bowl. And he said, was it too soon?
Mm-hmm.
And he cited a bunch of stuff. So he cited, obviously, the Pavia peeing on the practice facility. He cited the off-the-field shenanigans with New Mexico State. I said shenanigans. Yeah. That's an underplay.
Yeah.
Murders of the basketball team. Obviously, the men's basketball team has a whole nother thing going on with their locker room and sexual assaults. And their leadership has been poor. It's been poor. And he said, should the Aggies have waited to play in the New Mexico Bowl, should they have bowed out and gone elsewhere? I have an opinion, and I'll give it to you before I hand it off to you guys. Hard no. Hard no. Like, the Aggies right now are good enough to play in the New Mexico Bowl. The Mexico Bowl is a destination specifically for Southwest teams.
Right.
But the New Mexico Bowl is a destination for teams that win or place second in their conferences.
Yeah.
Like, this is a good-ass bowl game. With that said, and I like that Marty is excited. And I like that texter who's telling me to forget myself because I'm not slurping the Aggie drip.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about your football team, New Mexico State. It hasn't been good ever. And you don't get the opportunity to wait till next year or the year after.
Right.
You have lightning in a bottle right now. If tomorrow it's a booty season again, like it has been historically forever, look at my surprised face.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't wait. You can't take that away from Aggie fan and Aggie athlete. There were 30,000+ people at University Stadium for this thing. It's the only way it could have gone down. It's the only way. Right move. I thought it was handled correctly. I thought the bowl did a great job of telling the university to stop whining, the University of New Mexico. And they did a great job of telling the Aggies that we're going to treat you as fair as Fresno. Jerry Kill afterwards, I thought was weird. That's not the leadership I want in front of my kids.
Yeah.
But no, I thought it was handled pleasantly.
I'm gonna lean super close to you this time.
Sure.
I'm going to agree with you. I think that is the overall correct take. But in Marty's defense, I think that is a fantastic idea. I think it's a super hot take. And it's literally one that I didn't even think about.
Right.
I didn't even consider them turning the bowl down because of bad blood with not only the university and the events on campus and then what's going on with the rivalry and all the bad attention they've been getting.
Mm-hmm.
You take the bowl.
Yeah.
You take the money. You take the one that's closest to home.
Where your team
that's going to give you the opportunity to showcase your up and coming program to as many fans as possible. And they were an absolute bleep ton there.
Oh, you're telling me I can play a bowl game in front of the city that has the most of my alumni in the entire world?
Yeah.
You're telling me I can do that?
Yeah.
Wild.
It's called the New Mexico Bowl.
Yeah.
They had every right to come to that bowl game as any other New Mexico team.
And I don't.
And I do understand Marty's sentiment, and it's a good take. He's always a great caller.
Yeah.
He got great ideas. I understand that sentiment. Like, if there's some validity to it, maybe they shouldn't mess with the UNM at all. Maybe you should just like distance yourself as much as possible, not to stoke the fire.
Yeah. Well, and
but you take it, like all the X's in the equation point to you, like this is the perfect opportunity. Of course we're going to be here.
He mentioned something, sorry to cut you off, Steve, where he said he felt it was lose-lose. Like, I think it's only lose-lose because they lost.
No.
You know, if they'd have won,
Yeah.
I think it would have been win-win.
Yeah.
You know, to where it would have been, hey, we came here and we won a bowl game, number
Right.
one. That's the goal. And number two, we did it despite the efforts of the vile UNM leadership and the vile UNM reception and the vile UNM fan base. Here's the thing. New Mexico State Aggies, you weren't playing the Lobos in this bowl.
Right.
playing Fresno State. It's a whole nother conversation.
I mean, that's probably, I could be wrong, but that's the first time I've ever seen more people on the visitor side of the stadium than the home side of the stadium.
Because the way the stadium,
I mean, that's one of, if not the biggest turnouts in the history of the New Mexico Bowl, because the Aggies were there. Of course, they're going to take that opportunity to get as many fans there as possible and get the best home bowl advantage as possible.
Did you go to the game, Steve?
I did not.
No.
I had to work. We were open that day.
Holiday season.
Yeah. But it feels like to me like it's similar to the fight at the football game prior to the basketball game issue
in New Mexico State.
Yes.
Yeah.
So everybody knew that there was a fight there. There was a potential issue. Yet they came to the basketball game and acted like nothing was going to happen. There should have been some conversations prior to that to say, hey, let's make sure that we're all good on both sides. Similar to this one, there could have been some other, maybe it happened. I don't know. I don't know how it all went down this time, but it feels like there could have been some conversation to say, hey, you know, you guys are coming up here. We hope that nothing goes on, or vice versa. Hey, we're coming up there. We just want to, you know, or through Jeff or however it had to happen.
Well,
but it feels like everyone just ignores, you know, the rivalry part of it. I mean, it's a rivalry.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's a rivalry. It's just a sports thing. It doesn't mean all this other stuff has to go on.
In my opinion, you can't compare them to the big ones. I mean, come on, it's never going to be Ohio State, Michigan. It's never going to be Alabama, Auburn. But this is a really
Apple Cup.
It's sure. Well, I'll let you slide that one in.
Thank you.
It's never going to be like one of the big ones, but it's been a fantastic rivalry for a long time, with ebbs and flows and swings.
Yeah.
But the difference is never violent, never any of that weird stuff. You get some fist fights at a party, maybe some pushing and shoving at a bar, but it's all talk. It's all verbal. Because at the end of the day, we're all New Mexicans, and we know how to support each other and handle ourselves and put our best foot forward for the state.
You know, maybe not anymore, though. You know, maybe it's not just a New Mexico change of culture. Maybe it's a United States of America change of culture.
Sure.
Where it's like, you can't handle that this is play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is all a pretend fun thing.
Yeah.
This rivalry, this is not Hatfield McCoy.
Right.
You know, this is one day a year. One day. And maybe the week leading up to it, because it's fun, because you get to plan travel.
Yeah.
And you get a new sweater.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to listen to sports talk.
Yeah.
But it's as soon as it's over, it's over. You get the
Right.
next one comes next year. You know, and if you cannot, as a fan, control your emotion to where, and I'll just give you an example. If I pulled up the texture right now, the people, like the language people are using towards me, because I'm not pro Jerry Kill and anti Eddie Nunez, or I'm not pro Eddie Nunez and anti Jerry Kill enough.
Yeah.
Like, guys, like, you got to figure it out.
Yeah. Grow up. Be objective. Come on.
And I'm on your team. Like, when you're like, well, Fred, you said this one other time. You know what else I did? Change my mind. You know, because that's how crazy it is to be able to have your own perspective on stuff. Friend of the show, fan of these things. Like, the Lobo basketball team, the men's basketball team that beats State by 30 whatever points it was the other day, 40 whatever points it was, and then only beats them by 1 point last Friday, which, by the way, we haven't even got a chance to talk about.
Right.
That doesn't mean that they're now booty. You had a Lobo basketball player on the top 10 play. He was the number one play.
Yeah.
Donovan did for one night was the number one thing in the whole sports world.
Right.
Way to go, dude. Everyone celebrate that. But
I mean, it speaks to a topic we talk about a lot on this program. This is entertainment. This isn't your life. You're supposed to be entertained. You're supposed to have fun with sports. It's supposed to enhance your
playground.
Life. It's another life enhancer.
Right.
It's supposed to make your life better, give you entertainment, let you have fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a be-all, end-all. You should not attach your whole personality to a team, a school, because I promise you, super hardcore Lobo fans, super hardcore Aggie fans, super hardcore insert any team or school here, they do not care about you.
No. At all.
Your favorite player does not stay up at night like, oh my God, I disappointed Rick today.
Right.
No, that's not how the world works.
Well, and vice versa. Marty calls. Go ahead.
Your baseline happiness should not be swayed by the accomplishments of teenagers who went to the same school as you.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Well, and if you're, and Marty's an example. Marty calls and he says, hey, I called the morning show and I felt like my comment got a little misconstrued by Jeff. Jeff Symbieta, host of the morning show, is the director of the New Mexico Bowl. I promise you, Marty, Jeff's not mad at you.
No.
I promise you that. Because Jeff is a pro. You know what I mean? And it's like, for how many years has he been doing this? 17, 18, or whatever?
Yeah.
You know what he's been doing every single year? Growing this thing.
Yeah.
Maybe in the beginning, I wasn't here 17 years ago. I don't know, boys. You guys could tell me. Maybe this thing wasn't what it is today 17 years ago. Maybe it had a growth period. Maybe it was a quote unquote lesser, or maybe it was perceived differently. I'm telling you what, it's not now.
Sure.
It sure as heck is not now.
Yeah.
And if you can't look at this thing and call it successful because you don't identify success as the growth this thing has had over the years, you don't understand what success is. I'll give you another example. Sports talk radio in this town is better right now than it's ever been. We're fortunate to be a part of it. There were periods when it wasn't.
Right.
You know how I know? I saw. That's why we started this thing, to get this place up and go. So you got to be real careful. Fan of, enthusiast for.
Yeah.
Fanatic is the word I'm going to use. The Cowboys are not good. I'm sorry. Steve, are you going to be okay with that?
I think I probably will be.
Hey, did you know Shohei Ohtani didn't sign with the Yankees? You know why? Because the Yankees don't mean to Shohei Ohtani what the Yankees mean to you. Because they haven't had that relevancy in the last 20 years.
Right. Yep.
Snap out of it, y'all.
Yeah.
Concur.
Also, I would like to put the UNM Lobos versus the New Mexico State Aggies in the New Mexico Bowl next year. That would be the absolute best thing
sweet
that could ever humanly happen on this program.
It would be so sweet.
You know what I would do? I would get 2 crew cut sweaters, crew neck sweaters, and I'd cut it right down the middle, and I'd sew them together. And on one side, I'd write cry, and on the other side, I'd write baby. And as I walk around, I let everyone go, yeah. And I go, I know, this shirt's for you. This is your shirt.
It's for both of you.
Yes. Figure it out.
Have you ever seen a better drive from under the opponent's basket to your own
than Donovan did?
No,
did.
Oh my God.
The most stud thing I ever
watched
saw.
that thing a million times.
It was like he was a negatively charged magnet and the rim was a positively charged magnet. I was like, no one's going to stop him. Like he's the best.
That was amazing.
We step away to come back and wrap up the program. It's 2 Men On live from the Albuquerque Duke Store, 95.9 FM and AM 610, home on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football. The Sports Animal.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Claire.
Story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Attention, anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-539-5094. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed
owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes, and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-539-5094 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-539-5094. 800-539-5094. 800-539-5094.
1 minute. 1 minute.
The bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers.
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Wendy's Peppermint Frosty and Frosty Cream Cold Brew make the perfect gift for anyone in your life, especially for you. Yeah, this year you're sitting on your own lap and getting yourself what you want. Finally. And now every day this season, unlock 20% off your total.
10.
Small, medium, or large Frosty in the Wendy's app. So order something from your own wish list this year.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's with app offer and registration. Applies to menu items only. Taxes and fees excluded.
There's only one road, and there's only one home for road.
But I can't control what some of these people say.
95.9 FM and AM 610. The
Mike's hot.
Animal.
Coming at you like, yeah, boy, on a height tip. I know I'm hot and also be cautious. This is not for young kids, that's not adults yet. Little kids who ain't never been taught yet. I'm about to show you how a real pro lay it down. Show you how to hit a finger rope from out of bounds.
Top 30 most watched college football games this year. Okay. I'm into this. This stuff I like. Mm-hmm. Do you believe you know what the most watched college football game was this year?
Number one?
Yeah.
I guarantee you I know it.
What is it?
OSU, Michigan.
Number two.
No. Is it counting bowl games that already happened?
Alabama and Auburn.
That was going to be my number two.
Yeah.
I would have had them flipped. Exactly that.
Isn't this crazy? Like, how many people watch this? And it's to me, doesn't matter what day you put them on, doesn't matter what time you put them on. People make the effort.
Yeah.
The Army-Navy game also, oh my gosh, drew a ton of people. Is that like a big deal? I didn't know that was a big deal.
Not so much to me, but in the college football world, yeah, every year.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them. The ACC drew, no, they did not. The SEC drew the most fans overall, which tracks.
Oh, totally.
And then independently, everyone watches Notre Dame. I'm trying to find the Mountain West. Boise State draws. No, all right. So yeah, so the Boise State versus Michigan or Washington game, that one drew like 2 million people. But otherwise, Mountain West not really in the mix on this list. So there you go. I kind of like this stuff. Like I like to see what the pulse of the country is on taking in stuff.
I love looking at like football versus whatever the most popular non-football show is.
Yeah.
Because the numbers are staggering.
Well, and the
so many more people watch football than anything.
The overall of football never loses, like the combined.
Yeah.
But like you can sometimes get like one game will lose.
Right.
Yeah. But overall, never ever. Awful Announcing just put out their year-end awards. Did you see this?
I did not.
So they think Boomer Esiason is the worst broadcaster going. They think Boomer Esiason cannot do it. No, obviously he hosts a talk show. It's the whole thing.
Yeah.
And they also, this is kind of fun to me, they put Mad Dog Russo as a tie for the worst of the year. And he just went into the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame. He's in the Radio Hall of Fame.
Game recognized game. Like I understand he's a talented guy. I understand he's a legend at this thing that we do. But I agree with him. It's not for me. That's not my product.
An interesting sign off. Real Sports with Brian Gumble. It was his final one just the other day. So there you go. Brian Gumble.
Oh, wow. It's over?
Yeah, done with the Real Sports.
Guess we're going to have to take their place.
I'm not interested in that life. Good show today, boys.
Yeah.
Steve?
Yes, sir.
You're open all weekend?
We will be open every day until Christmas Eve.
That's awesome. You're going to be so tired. Yeah. When's Duke's Age Championship Wrestling apparel ready? Sounds like
Manana.
Okay.
Oh, that's exciting.
Bob, good job today.
Thank you.
Dan, final words?
Check out the opening drive tomorrow, guys. Good program.
I agree completely with that. Yes. Good job, everyone. GG.
See you tomorrow, Burke.
Telling you.
You're clear. Thank you.
You know what Dallas is on the.
Welcome.
Deck's not the same. Team's not the same.